Okay, welcome to show business. After surgical procedures. Anyways, hello one, hello all. Welcome to show business, the catch-up edition. This is my first time hosting your show, CP. Anyways,
you're a pro.
I can't believe that you're even here. Uh-oh, what happened?
He's a trooper.
Oh no,
guys. No, we're good. It's just I gotta get Lindsey framed up again. Don't go moving anything, guys. What is going on?
Okay, what am I getting framed for? Like, what's happening here?
I had to reframe.
Wow, there is so much information on that page. It's incredible.
We missed 2 weeks.
Yeah, you know what? And I set up some new software, and evidently it's glitching out on us here.
So it's like 4 times over?
Yeah, it did it again, but oh well.
Yeah.
It is what it is, guys. We had a lot going on this week. See, now you're making... What the hell? What is going on? Lindsey, are you moving shit around? Maybe
I'll take over while you're doing that.
Peter.
So, yeah, welcome everybody. And CP is out of the hospital, if you do not know. CP, welcome back to your own channel. How's it going?
Thank you for having me. There was supposed to be a show last week, but couldn't depend on anybody, apparently.
Yeah, no. I just didn't feel right about doing it without you.
Listen, I'm going to do it without you, I'm going to do it without Lindsey, I'm going to do it without Dino.
It's your channel, man.
Well...
I was trying to ride the rails there and get everybody together, but then...
Dino was definitely trying to make us do it, and we're like, no, I don't feel right.
It would be better if I died, and that was my last wish.
I was willing to do it, but I didn't want to put pants on. And y'all were like, no, Lindsey, you have to put pants on. And I was like, okay, well, fine.
I can't find... Man, the drugs are still working. I can't find me.
I can't find my knee.
I can't
It's
find...
having an existential crisis over here.
Yeah, everybody, it's a little goofed up this week, but hey, it's gonna be fun anyways. We're gonna talk about what's going on. So,
Yeah,
we were talking about a kooky box office weekend, that's for sure.
2 weeks to catch up with, and then this week is just go fuck yourself, because it's 3 kind of heavy hitters. We're gonna get like a full rinse. Because
shower. What?
Yeah, at maybe one holdover. Oh, obviously one holdover, but between Bohemian Rhapsody, Nutcracker, and Nobody's Fool, don't sleep on that Tiffany Haddish shit. We're gonna get a full rinse this weekend, I think.
Yeah, it's gonna be interesting.
Yeah.
Well,
Here's how strong Tiffany Haddish is. Tyler Perry's name is nowhere on that poster.
Oh.
And Tyler Perry produced that movie.
Interesting. Because Tyler Perry's on everything he does.
Tyler Perry is the Coca-Cola of shitty ethnic movies.
Or was he until he drove his name into the ground with too many shitty movies, and now they're trying to, like, emulate with After Earth? You know what I mean? Like,
I think
All movies.
maybe it's a bit of a reach to compare those two.
So apparently our in the chat they're talking about we're really echoey.
Yeah.
Well,
I
I
don't
get to hear
know.
my sexy voice twice. You're welcome.
I don't know why. They think it's a theater experience. Sounds like we're in a cave, they're saying.
Right here.
So.
Caesar.
Gotcha. Okay, you know what? I'll turn the echoey off. You guys tried something new this week?
Wait, you had Echo on?
No. It was.
This is dolphin mode. It's echolocation.
It was capturing the desktop audio and the Skype audio. So now we should sound good.
All right, tell us in the chat if that's better.
Yeah, it's better. And again, hey, shit like that's gonna happen. We tried changing stuff up.
House of Blues. House of Blues says the echo created by the empty space by the removal of gallbladder.
That got you too fast.
Shout out my blood bag.
Yeah, there you go.
Well, you see, that's why you have trouble with your gallbladder. Your blood is high C.
Yes. Is that tropical punch?
I'm telling you, I'm going to drink this one of these days because it looks appealing.
Yeah.
Oh, God.
Just look at the fridge.
It doesn't look like blood.
That's awesome. That's awful.
I'll give you that. It doesn't. I know you drink too much lemonade. Your blood looks like that.
This is what that vanilla Coke did.
Yes.
Made my vanilla delicious. Sure, all the corn syrup and sugar.
All the vampires are lining up to get a drink at a CP because it's just like, it's so sweet.
Also racist. Why vanilla Coke? Why not brown Coke? Okay, why not beige Coke? Why is it vanilla Coke?
Lord.
Regular Coke is brown Coke.
That's not the point.
They say it's no better, and the echo is still there.
You know.
Yes, that's something in the chat.
What kind of Michael Bay shit you got going on here?
Hey, I tried something new, so Peter.
Pretty sure we're gonna have explosions going like this.
I'll try one more thing. I just, hey, Peter's head was really big and pretty.
Now my window shrunk, but I don't really care.
See, it did it again. I guess we'll have to go back to the display mode, but hey, I tried it.
No.
Sorry, guys.
So this is a movie show, so we should probably talk about Halloween because we haven't talked about that yet.
Yeah.
We could talk about that, or we could talk about. I just thought Goosebumps. Have we talked about Goosebumps yet?
No. Let's start with 2 weeks ago.
Frickin' yes, go ahead.
Goosebumps is 2 weeks ago.
Goosebumps is 3 weeks ago, isn't it?
Oh, it was. Yeah. Never mind.
So the big thing from 2 weeks ago is fucking First Man. Just like, what is? I would have had Perfect. CP, you would have had Perfect. What the hell?
I know.
Yeah.
Told you guys, I wasn't
the First
too
Man. That freaking movie. I bet it wins an Oscar too.
I thought it was pretty good. Yeah, I actually really liked it.
It's gonna be one of those movies that like nobody saw, but clearly is gonna win Oscar.
Another testament to just how insane Peter was last year. Yeah. Because Dino had a 3-point lead 2 weeks ago, and he's been slowly slipping. And I'm still behind him. I beat him last week, I beat him this week, and I'm still behind him.
Yeah.
Peter just had perfect, and it was that was it. It's over.
Yeah.
3 points is impossible to gain.
Yeah.
Sorry. Last
me and Peter each going up one a week. Just do.
Yeah, we just get it's like little it's like step, but meanwhile we're not going. Yeah. So Halloween.
How many of us have seen it?
I have not seen it. So
not even for work.
Not even for work. The guy who I normally go with, when Halloween came out, was not available. I couldn't go with him. And then last week, I gave him the option on Friday, and he picked Bad Night at the El Royale, which I was thrilled to go see. So, So I haven't seen it. So what did you guys who have seen it think about it?
Well, when Chewbacca showed up, it was like, what? Like, how
did rip Michael Myers' arms off, and then that 3 chests and.
I've got the death system in 12. I've got the death sentence in 12 systems.
Yes.
You'll be dead.
You'll be dead. So, what did you guys think of the actual movie, other than Chewbacca showing up?
It was good.
Yeah,
it was good. Good.
I don't know about 126 million in 2 weeks. Good, but
yeah, that's pretty impressive.
You mean it hasn't made the 500 million that Brian Lomax thought it would?
Fucking Brian. No.
It has I'll say this, it has one of the most pointless twists ever. Like, a character does a 180 of who they were.
And then a re-180.
Exactly. It's just like, oh, okay. Thanks for doing that.
X-Men 1996's Busta Rhymes makes a cameo.
There's two things. The movie's fine. The movie's absolutely fine. I give it 4 out of 5. There's two things that I'm like, It's the thing that I'm almost certain I know what Lindsey's talking about. Let's just say somebody else puts the Myers mask on. There's your hint. There's that, and then the ending just felt so. I love you. The ending just felt so anticlimactic. It was just like, okay, cool.
Yeah.
For which one? You guys talking Halloween?
Yeah, Halloween.
Did you see it, Dino?
I have not. I've heard.
No? Okay.
Yeah, I'm just going off of what I heard, but I got to see it myself in order to make an opinion.
Yeah, I haven't. See, actually, here's the thing. I actually, other than one review, haven't watched any reviews for it.
Who did you watch?
Brian Lomax.
Oh,
He was
Brian.
the only one.
People. Oh.
Shout out to Brian Lomax.
One of the only people I watched reviews for it just because I was interested to hear what he was going to say, and he liked it but didn't love it, and but
Yeah, if you're not a if your brain isn't eaten out by sugar from all the Halloween hype, it's fine. But it's not.
Yeah.
It's
I think
not
the
The
best part
Shining.
of the movie is the way it's all about kind of like the legacy of it, and like you have like 3 generations of the Strode family in this movie, and that was really cool to kind of see. But then in the end, they kind of didn't stick the landing for that. I thought that
That's
was
what
really
I'm talking about. Yeah.
right. It's like I don't want to get too spoilery, but it's like someone should have done a thing, but instead someone else did, and I'm like, but
There
it's
should have been
cool.
a death too.
That would have been cool.
Somebody should have died.
Yeah, seriously, I don't understand why they didn't kill Michael Myers. Like, seriously, what the fuck, guys? How do you not kill Michael Myers in a Halloween movie?
Right.
That's like tradition, isn't it? Like,
Yeah,
So nobody was like negatively affected by like all the homages and stuff like that. That's what I.
No,
keep
it was
hearing
kind of
from
neat.
everybody. Yeah,
I liked it.
referring to the old movies and stuff, and just like, yeah.
honestly, I don't know the old movies enough to really have noticed. I think I've seen each one once.
I've only
Like,
seen the
at most.
first, so
Dude, I just rewatched
well,
all
first
10
one
of them
and the third
Oh,
one.
nice.
in the last month, and there was somewhere I'm like, oh, really? That's what that was? I just watched it fucking 2 weeks ago and I forgot. I'm like, oh, cool.
Yeah,
But
everybody's saying it's a fun Halloween movie, and
They try to do this duality theme that
We're
Laurie
talking
and
duality now. We're going to talk about it again later at Bad Times, but go ahead.
Ooh, the theme of tonight's episode is duality.
Yeah.
But it's like you said, they didn't stick the landing where it was just like that. The whole movie is trying to get Michael to Laurie, no matter how. And I don't think it needed, like, it had so much help from different little things, and it was. I don't know, like, it's a horror movie. Suspension of disbelief, just like. Let some of it go.
And like, as a horror movie, it was super effective at tension, because early on there is a death that you don't expect. Like, you don't think the movie would go there, but it totally
talking about
goes
the
there.
school bus. Whoa!
Sorry, that's
Someone didn't like that scene.
Cujo.
But yes, the school bus. There's a death that kind of catches you off guard, and that's good. Because because then the rest of the movie, you're like, okay, anybody could die. And there is a scene where you're like, oh my god, they've put it on the table that anybody could die, and Michael's going through this house, and you're like, oh my god, they're going to go to this other place.
Yeah.
And just like it was very good. It was very good. It's all done in one take too. The callback.
The good old one take. Yeah.
Yeah. It's a good one take too. Like, it was effectively lit. The
cinematography is really good in that movie.
Yeah, it's a very well made movie.
Sure.
I can't wait to see it now.
And it was great. Loved it. Saw it 3 times already. I loved it. Dude, they killed.
I guess I should say, like, there was things that Michael did a few times that didn't really make sense, and just kind of felt like, oh, it'd be a cool shot if Michael did this, even though it didn't make sense that Michael would do that. Or maybe, again, I'm just too casual of a Halloween fan to know the kind of things that Michael Myers would do, but just like, there's just moments where I'm just like, why would he do that? And then I don't know. Just trying to avoid spoilers.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So it's worth seeing, is what you're saying. Basically, it was good. It had some really good moments. Not the number one movie of the year, like some people have put.
Fucking Lee, man.
Oh my god,
Holy
Jamie Lee Curtis is
shit.
amazing. Holy shit, is she good?
She's all right. It's fucking Jamie Lee Curtis.
That's what I was curious about, like how she plays her role in the film, because I just see the iconic young Jamie Lee Curtis, and from the trailer, when I see her, I'm just like cringing a little bit, but that could just be me. I don't know. She made the movie though, huh? She was good.
Well, it's Jamie Lee getting to play Sarah Connor for a movie. It was kind of fun,
Dude, Judy Greer can't work anymore.
You don't think so?
That's my new credo for 2018.
Really? I really like Judy Greer.
Have you seen her in 1517 to Paris?
Oh, that's right.
Dude, she can't work.
I don't know who Judy Greer is, so I don't know what we're talking
She does a lot of voice acting. Do you watch her Archer?
No.
What else is she on?
She was an ape. She was the mother ape in, even though you don't see her, in one of the Planet of the Apes movies that recently came out.
Really?
Oh, was she?
You'd know her face if you saw her.
Probably.
Yeah,
I gotta look her up. Oh, look at her. Actually,
There's a cringy line in Halloween.
Arrested Development.
Yeah, I don't watch that either.
Yeah, she's always
Wait, who
hot.
was she in,
I don't watch
Arrested
the cool
Development?
movies.
She always
She's
takes her
a-
shirt off.
Yeah. The secretary is always
Gotcha. Yeah. Boom. Okay. Cool. Okay. Yeah, I can see where she's not.
Oh, her.
Such
Yeah,
a great
okay.
actress.
Where do I know her?
She has.
From...
If there were.
Oh, I know her from Jurassic World.
Oh, she is a Jurassic World. That's right.
the
She's the
mom.
mom. In like one scene.
Oh, yeah.
She's the mom
Very
in Jurassic World. That's
I love that that's
Oh,
what
she's
she's
also
known for.
Ant-Man's ex-wife.
Oh, that's right.
Man, she gets work. What the fuck?
That's why I know her. Like, that's literally how I know her. I don't know her from anything else. So
That's really fun.
Good,
That's-
good
that's
for
hysterical.
her.
She
What
has.
she's doing to get those roles. What?
She
Hey.
she has
Yeah.
nothing but cringeworthy lines in 1517, and there's at least one or two in Halloween where it's just like, ugh, really?
she's done a lot of movies. I'm looking at her. Like, she's done a bunch of stuff.
Who's a
like-
lot of movies?
Hmm?
Oh,
What do you mean? Who's a lot of movies? Like
Oh,
what
Judy Greer.
movies?
you said she's done a lot of movies.
Yeah.
She did a lot of.
I said, who's a lot of movies?
Oh.
Thank you. I was
those
just
those
dying
bad
on the
comments. Those bad comments go to CP. I will like a review.
blame it on the drugs. It's Willie
Willis
Screedy.
Fredia.
Yeah, well, it's good. Yeah.
Changing it up. What?
So
Judy
Yeah.
was also in the Carrie remake. I'm hoping she was the mother.
it's so funny. I showed Carrie.
Oh, and I'm doing good, thank you.
The original Carrie to my daughters,
Mhm.
and then Zion was just like, "Did you know they remade that movie?" Like she found out like a week later. She's like, "Why? Why would they do that?"
Just shut up. Don't pay any attention to that.
And I'm like, "Yeah, it's like yeah."
I know someone who worked on the special effects for the Carrie remake, so I knew in advance that it was just bad. Like,
And then
but I love Chloe Grace, but just that
Yeah,
wasn't.
she's a good actress
Yeah.
and stuff. But the other funny thing was then I showed her the trailer for A Man in the Old Gun, or the what is it, the Robert Redford the Robert Redford movie that's coming out, or
The Old Man of the Sea,
no, the Old Man of the Gun or whatever. So what is
Way
it?
of the Gun.
Where he's
No,
trying to rob something?
yeah, what is it called? The Old Man and the Gun is what it's called. It came out when 4 weeks ago. Jeez, this is only made that much money.
Limited.
It's got to be limited. Anyway, she's in that right, and like now, and so I showed them the trailer and was like, paused it on Sissy Spacek, and I was like, "Where do you know her from?" They're just like, "I don't know." And I was like, after a minute, and I'm like, "Think of a movie we just watched," and they're like, "Oh my god,
We were
it's
watching.
Carrie!"
We were watching something the other day. I think it was Godfather 2.
Oh shit.
And Emily's her knowledge doesn't go that far back. Like 80s is probably as deep as she goes with the old school stuff. And she's like, "That guy looks like a young Al Pacino." And I'm like,
Wow.
And you're like, "Wow, that's because he is a young
I'm
Al
like, yeah,
Pacino." Yeah,
pretty close.
that's like when I went to see.
Uh-oh. Oh, wait. We're live. It's loading up again. Let me call them back. What is going on? Join the call. Join the call. Sorry, guys. This is all messed up this week.
Me and PPR.
I know. Sorry, guys.
That's
This-
all right.
this
As long
is
as you
all
hear
right.
my voice.
This is all messed up this week. All my fault.
All right.
Hey man,
Uh,
you're a great producer. Don't worry about it.
No.
Anto W says, "Do you guys hear? LeBron is trying to reboot Friday the 13th. He's got some hurdles to jump regardless.
Why is LeBron trying to reboot?
He
I was
has
gonna say,
a
of all the
production
people-
company.
Is he like a huge fan of the movie or something? Or
Apparently, he has his own. I don't want to say studio. I
know what's his name the other basketball player, Stephen Curry, has no studio, but he does like faith films. So he does like pure flicks type films.
Really?
Oh.
Yeah, he's a Christian, so he's all about the family, faithy films. So
You're a filmmaker first and then a Christian?
Yeah, I almost saw Indivisible this week, but I'm like, I just saw the Trump prophecy. I don't want to see another one of these things. Like,
yeah, you can't subject yourself to too much of that shit in a row.
Yeah.
Yeah. No,
as the guy who watched 2 Dinesh D'Souza movies in one day once. I know.
Yeah. That's like the equivalent to like what's it called? Those monks that like take the stuff and whack it on their back and stuff.
And what's his name from Da Vinci Code? Paul Bettany.
I'm fixing things up.
That was awesome. I like that. That was neat.
What happened?
We went crazy. It was all Windows.
I'm going back to the old way next week, you guys. Sorry, Peter. But,
whatever.
It's still way better than what we had. So.
Giant floating head Peter's fine. Just like, I'm the Wizard of Oz. Don't look behind the curtain. It's all good.
If ever there was.
Linzo, do me a favor. Do you have Box Office Mojo in front of you?
Oh, you know I do, CP.
Yeah.
Spring Hill Entertainment. That appears to be the LeBron.
Is that the LeBron thing?
The LeBron studio?
Hill. I should probably spell spring right.
Like as in the season.
Nothing is popping up.
All right.
Well, so let's do a Google search instead of a Box Office Mojo. Spring.
Yeah, I mean, it would be neat to see somebody kind of Blumhouse it, but Blumhouse has tried to get Friday the 13th, so
that's right. What happened with it?
They still have their legal quabbles between the original writer and whoever owns the property.
That makes sense.
So my prediction is if it goes the current rate that it is, Victor Miller will probably own Friday the 13th, Pamela Voorhees, and events like that. You'll never see another Friday the 13th movie, but you'll see a bunch of movies with Jason in it, because Jason isn't in the first one, and Victor Miller wrote the first one. So it could be that gross.
Wow, that's...
I don't think...
That's copyright law.
They never have to mention Pamela Voorhees. They can get around that, technically, right? So.
Yeah, Jason's mom.
Yeah, it's just, why is he like that? Oh, something with his mom. It's like,
it's a Friday.
We can't tell you.
It's a Friday the 13th movie. They'll just throw a fucking monkey wrench in it. No, he's adopted. Whatever you heard about that other woman, that's bullshit. She's adopted. He was adopted. This is his real mom.
Yeah.
Eartha.
That was an urban legend.
Yeah,
They're
exactly.
Halloween it. All those other movies don't count. This is a sequel to the original one.
So we're a little late to the party, but everybody else saw. What are you oohing about before I get into?
Apparently, Victor Miller has the rights back.
Completely?
I don't know about completely, but according to it just says insiders. I thought it meant insider, like that. No, just okay. So no, yeah. So it might not. Who knows?
He's trying to get the rights to Friday the 13th, which means he's going to get a lot of back money, because those fuckers named everything Friday the 13th. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6.
Until Jason X.
Right.
Freddy vs. Jason.
Right. But still.
Jason goes to hell.
Yeah, would you rather have one movie or 8? Yeah, I'll take 8.
But Jason X is the best one. See, if you don't get Jason X, like, what's the point?
Dino, cut him off.
That movie is awesome, and you know it.
No, I don't know it.
That movie is so fucking funny. I love that movie.
I don't like you.
It's not the best Friday the 13th movie,
Sorry,
but
guys,
I love that
I'm
movie.
pissed.
Like,
Sorry.
Okay. It's fine.
I'm here, you guys.
All right, so back to actual box office stuff.
Well, we're going to talk about El Royale before we get into.
Yeah, I was going to say. Well, like let's talk about the movie we three of us have seen and all loved, which isn't in the top 4 for either week.
Hasn't been. It's never
hasn't
cracked.
been in the top. It's still the best movie I've seen. Well, I haven't seen A Star Is Born yet. I haven't seen First Man, so I can't comment. I haven't seen Goosebumps. I haven't. It's like I definitely haven't seen Hunter Killer.
Well,
Dude,
while
I
Bad
guess-
Times is my favorite movie of the year, Goosebumps is the best movie of the year. I just need to throw out that distinction.
All right, so he just said Jason X is the best Friday the 13th.
And then Goosebumps,
And now
is the best
Goosebumps is the best movie of this year.
So just take
Just-
anything. Lindsey
Jason
says
X
with
is
a
the
grain
best
salt.
of the Friday. Is the same way that Halloween 3 is the best of the Halloween. It's
Next-
not. It's not.
Next time,
But it is.
next time Lindsay wants to give me shit for Jurassic World, let's just remember this moment.
Hey man, I'm the guy that still stands up for kin. Okay, so don't act like I don't like my horse shit.
Don't
Okay?
make me laugh.
I'm
Fucking
waiting for kin to come on DVD. I'm gonna make all of you watch it. And we're
Ugh. We're all gonna get a copy.
And then he's going to do a double bill with Axel.
Makes me
No,
laugh
no,
for
fuck
more pink
Axel.
lemonade.
Kin.
Yeah. You make me laugh. I'm gonna fill that grenade.
Fill it all the way up.
My blood grenade will fill up.
All right. So speaking of blood grenades, Bad Times at the El Royale.
Yeah. Before we get started, I'm getting serious Three Billboards vibes. In no other reason other than, people aren't really talking about this yet. Because I saw Three Billboards like weeks before it got buzz.
It broke, right?
Yeah. So I got like the same kind of thing here where it's just like, I think once certain people see this, it's gonna, not like make money or anything, but I think maybe some awards are
I can see
nominations.
Well, first of all, it's such a love letter to Tarantino.
It is.
Let's just get that out.
Love letters to Tarantino. Because here's the thing.
Oh.
It's like it might have blown my mind more if I'd never seen a Tarantino film.
Oh, yeah.
If you show that to someone who's never seen a Tarantino film, they're like, "Oh my god, this guy's brilliant. He came up with all this stuff himself."
But yeah, no, it's like a weird mix-up of like Pulp Fiction and The Hateful Eight, and I
was
just
gonna say Reservoir Dogs and Hateful Eight.
that works too. That totally, yeah. Like but it's so good. It's so good. Okay, so we talked about duality earlier for Halloween, right?
Right.
And so so the El Royale is a hotel that's in both California and Nevada, and the reason for that is because everything in this movie has two sides. Like everything is deeper and more. It's such. Let's go Shrek here. It's like an onion. You peel it back, and there's just more layers. Like there's just more and more and more and more going on. Like the second time I saw it, there's this whole Vietnam thing that I completely overlooked the first time. Like.
Dude, that's another thing too.
Not at the end, but like in like throughout the movie, there's like little Vietnam stuff. So it's
Dude,
like,
if you think about all the social commentary shit that comes out today, if you told me this movie was made in 1968, I'd be like, yeah, there's a lot of that fucking 60s commentary in this movie.
commentary.
Well, the Vietnam thing, at first the set design, everything, was it 68 or 69?
69. Yes.
It was very it looked fantastic for what they were going for.
Yeah. No,
I loved all the like gambling stuff, all the old school like nice clothing that people were wearing for that kind of stuff. Like it was really cool like that.
Yeah, the
production value stuff was good. The whole movie was good.
Although I had the weirdest thought after I watched it the second time. None of these hotel rooms have bathrooms.
No, they all had bathrooms. You just didn't see the bathroom.
But where would the bathroom be?
That's true. To the side, they had to be there.
I mean, they do, but where?
You never really get a view of the bathroom. Like that opening scene where it's all shot from the one perspective.
Oh my god, so good.
Was like really good. So I guess like the bathroom would be to the left out of frame, like from that perspective. I don't know.
Well, the perspective is more the duality stuff too, because there's two sides to things. There's two different ways to look at things. It's like but the camera work, because you mentioned that.
Yeah.
So good.
I love how it just stayed. It's like...
Yeah, like they're just not afraid to just put the camera down and just let things unfold in front of you, and it's so good. Like that scene where they're like walking behind all the, because I mean, it's been 2 weeks. It's kind of
the reversible mirror scene.
Yeah, the reversible mirror
plus
scene.
you see that in the trailer.
This true. Yeah, okay, it's in the trailer.
That's all done in one shot too.
And she's live singing that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like one of my favorite parts of this movie is the goddamn singing character, because she just keeps belting out these classic these things with no backup music, and she's marvel to behold. And it's just one scene done in one take, and it's utterly silent except for her singing as all these horrifying things are kind of put in front of you. It's just it's so good. I love Drew Goddard.
I don't know her at all, or at least that I can place her. I haven't looked her up or anything like that, but I was like, I don't know who this is, but she's talented.
This is technically her theatrical debut.
Okay, because I was like
one or two other little things, but this is her big, like, hey,
yeah, because she could sing, she acted well, she was with freaking Jeff Bridges, like holding her own, like when they're having a conversation over pie. Mm-hmm. And it's like she's completely giving everything back to him, like, you know, as like acting goes. Like she's not being overshadowed by the fact she's sitting next to Bridges and stuff, which is like, you know, he's a pretty imposing guy, and he's acting the shit out of that movie, man. It's like, I was just sitting there going, man, I love Jeff Bridges. It's like when he's sitting there talking about, like, you know, it's like, and then he's like, I forget things, and I'm just like, oh my lord, he was freaking amazing.
Did you realize who played his brother, by the way?
Yeah, I was immediately going, is that who I think it is?
Right? Nick Offerman from Parks and Recreation is just randomly in this little part, but it's totally...
That's the perfect guy right there.
But go ahead.
So somebody's asked, and I keep hearing this, there's a lot of comparisons to Identity, and...
I've never seen Identity.
It's just at a hotel. I think that's the only similarity, right?
Identity, I've never seen Identity because Identity was ruined for me by Blockbuster.
Oh, no.
Blockbuster, you know when you walk around Blockbuster and they'd have a track playing on a TV, like where they'd be like talking about movies. Yeah. Okay. There's a twist in Identity that I hadn't seen Identity.
It's a good fucking twist. It's a little dated right now, but it's a good movie.
But I was like, I want to see that movie because I like John Cusack and it looked interesting. And then they literally give you the twist. The guy goes, check out John Cusack, wear blankety blank 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 blank. And I'm like, what? I'm checking out, like, it would literally be like, okay, I'm assuming everyone's seen Usual Suspects at this point.
It would have been funnier if you were checking that movie out and been like, well, fuck this thing now.
Like, it'd be like them going, where Kaiser Soze is really, it's like, in the freaking, like, what? Like, what? They just gave it away in the freaking Blockbuster thing. Like, the guy just gave you the whole twist. Like, you know, it's like, it literally be like, yeah, and Bruce Willis's character is dead. You know, it's like, what the? It's like, why are you giving that away?
And you wonder why they're out of business.
And I never watched it. I was just like, well, now I don't want to watch it because now that I know that, it's not going to be as interesting. I should probably still watch it, but it just like literally, like immediately, it was like, well, now forget that crap.
I think the only similarity to
they're in a hotel,
it's at a rainy hotel.
Yeah.
By the way, I misspoke earlier when I said it's Pulp Fiction meets Hateful Eight. It's Four Rooms meets Hateful Eight.
I haven't seen.
I mean, it's not good, but it's worth a watch.
Four Rooms is funny. That's literally the movie that kicked off Tarantino and Robert Rodriguez being friends.
Yeah. No, it's totally worth a watch.
I've heard.
It's weird and uneven, but it's a lot of fun.
Like, if we didn't have Four Rooms, we wouldn't have From Dusk Till Dawn.
That's true, yeah. Because
they literally, like, Tarantino and Rodriguez were in the line together for press.
Apple pie pussy.
And he literally went, oh yeah, it's like I've seen your stuff, and he's just like, I wrote a Mexican a Mexican vampire film, and he's like, really? And he's like, yeah, and he let him read it, and he's just like, okay, I'd like to do this, but you have to be in it, and it was like, okay, and that whole thing started with those two, so.
The
That's really fun. I never knew that. That's really funny.
The other faint similarity to Identity is El Royale isn't really a whodunit, but a who are they?
Yeah.
And I think that's similar to Identity. Identity, there's just a bunch of people dying, and it's a little bit of a whodunit, but it's also what's your real story? Where I think that's kind of similar to El Royale. El Royale, it's not what are you doing? It's no, seriously, who are you?
Yeah.
In that who are you aspect, like my literal favorite scene in the movie is actually the one where she's singing and she's having trouble singing, and then she does something. Yeah. No spoilers. She changed, and we see a whole new side of her all of a sudden.
Like, holy crap!
and then she sings, I don't want to spoil the song actually, but it's so good, and it's all cut to the editing in that scene. Like that scene should win every award. That's my favorite scene of the year.
Yeah. Or the banging when she's singing along to.
That's what he's talking about. Yeah.
Oh, is that what you're talking? Okay.
Yeah.
That's anything. That's the movie I got to see this year.
Yeah, no, it's really good. The funny thing for me was the guy I went to see with.
For work.
Let me explain this about this guy without giving away too much about his. He's just like me or you, but he had a brain aneurysm.
Human. Oh.
So no, like he was a regular guy, had a regular job and stuff, but so he can't do a lot of things and but he's still got a lot going cognitively, but he can't respond too much. But he loves watching violent movies. And I took him to see El Royale. There's a character, without giving anything away, there's a character who dies. Mm-hmm. Right? And you see him die multiple times.
Oh, right? Yeah.
Every time he died, and every time it was coming up, he would start laughing. And he doesn't just go, he goes, yeah! Because he gets so happy, and so we're watching the movie, and
Don't do it again. Don't do it again.
And then it's like he laughs, it's like, and you can see him thinking about it as it's coming up, and he just starts laughing. Oh, it was so good. It's such a good movie. So.
I gotta wait 2 weeks for these fucking things to come out of my
Sorry, man. It's just
nothing but horror movies and depressingness for you.
The anticipation of him getting shot because you could see it. It was just like, yeah.
So if any of them pop out, CP. But anyway.
I'll say we'll give them to the first person to comment. Whoa.
That's my dog being a jerk.
Yeah.
Oh man.
So what do you think? Just so all the characters. So who's your favorite character in Bad Times? You think?
John Hamm.
Ooh. I like John Hamm a lot.
It's very good.
But I think my favorite character's got to be the Father Flynn. It's just but she the singer.
I'm a little tired of Jeff Bridges and the Lane Staley acting the. I'm acting through the bottom of my bottom jaw.
Well, I love when he let that go finally.
This is how I act now. I just. He's almost. What the fuck was that movie with?
True Grit.
No. Crazy Heart.
French fried potatoes.
Billy Bob
Thornton. Yeah, he's Sling Blade now. He's become Sling Blade.
His career.
I don't know. I liked it was a tie probably between him and the lady, the singing lady. Those two characters were I don't know.
Good for Dakota Johnson actually not messing.
That who that was? I couldn't even figure out who she was. I was like,
because she had clothes on.
Well, no, I've never seen any of those movies. So.
I've been saying it for years that she's talented, and I'm like, oh my god, thank you. Like, you gave her a role where she could do things. Thank you.
There was a minute where I was like, who is this woman? And I was like, I kept on thinking she was Blake Lively for a minute. I was like, is that Blake Lively? And I'm like, no, that's not Blake Lively. I'm
Peter, specify. Slasher in Suits says, it's more like Hateful Eight, I'm down. He dies multiple times like Kenny in South Park. That's weird, like it too. So explain how it is he dies multiple
he dies
times.
multiple times because you see it from multiple people's perspectives. So the way the movie, like the way the movie works is you see one person's story in one room, and then it cuts to the next person's story in the next room, and so you'll see the one person do something, and then you'll see the other person walking across the thing, and so you'll see their perspective of what that person did.
Right.
And
And
so,
times overlap every now and again.
And times overlap. So you have like 3 or 4 different people's times overlapping. So like the one thing that you're watching in the one room, the one person's watching it from outside the room, or another person's watching it from the other side of the room. And so you're getting 3 or 4 different perspectives all going on at the same time. So it's a lot like it's a non-funny version of Bill and Ted. You know, Bill and Ted go to the police station and give themselves
really?
all these,
Of all movies, that?
That's where I'm going. It's like, you know, it's...
You could have said Back to the Future 2, for fuck's sake.
Okay, that would make some more sense. You're right.
I was going for, what is it?
I don't know why I went Bill and Ted, but that's where I went.
The Boondock Saints, just for like kind of the off-brand version.
It is kind of a bit like Boondock Saints, where in Boondock Saints, like, you see them start, and then you see the aftermath, and then you see how it happened. It's kind of like that, where it's like, meanwhile, this is what was happening outside the room, and then meanwhile, this is what was happening in the cafe, and then meanwhile, there's a
like firefight.
Yes, there was a fire. Yeah,
Bound does that really well too. Not quite as drastically. Bound.
I've never seen Bound.
The first
That's the
Wachowskis.
Yeah.
So I guess they're done. By the way, did you hear about that?
Done?
I heard that they've closed their studio.
Yeah, they say they're done for now.
What a loss.
They've done what they wanted to do. I mean, who knows what that means? But I mean, which probably it's probably gonna be like the Studio Ghibli guy. In 5 years, they're gonna come out with another movie that
Is there something after Jupiter Ascending?
I don't know. I will find out.
You know what? That movie's messy. I won't try to argue otherwise, but there's something there.
There's parts in that movie that are really good.
And if it were 2 or 3 movies, I think we'd be saying different things about it.
Yeah.
You speak it true.
It's not a bad. It's a boring movie. It's not a bad movie.
Yeah,
it's like
there's
like too much going on to the point where you just can't care.
Yeah, and you're like, what?
And then there's this really
what?
big freaking slowdown scene in the middle where, like, they do the joke from Hitchhiker's Guide to the Galaxy where they're like, we gotta save her! And then they do paperwork.
Yeah.
And they literally do that where she's like, well, now I have to go to this place and get this document signed. And it's like everything just grinds to a halt.
Gilliam was in that scene. That was a tip of the cap to Gilliam.
Brazil, right?
Right, hang on.
Oh, and Sense8. After Jupiter Ascending, the Wachowskis did Sense8.
Sense8. I saw the first season of Sense8, which I thought was very interesting and well made. And then I had a bunch of brain stuff happen, and I tried to watch the second season when it eventually happened, and I was like, I can't remember what's going on, so I gave up.
That's pretty funny.
Because it's a very complex. It's like, have you ever seen it or?
No. It's on my list. Like
Sense8 it's interesting because it's like 8 people that can share experiences.
Okay.
And stuff, and like so, it's like 8 interwoven storylines that eventually like all combine in one shot, like near the end. But like the different people can use the other people's abilities and stuff, like to do things and stuff like that. So if like this guy's really is a cop, you can now have all the abilities of what he could do and know what he would know and all this. It's interesting and but it's very complex and it's like not easy watching.
Them. It sounds like that. It sounds. Yeah.
There's a lot of also like the one guy is like a gay actor from Mexico, where he's like a heartthrob and he's hiding. Like there's like all this like a lot of different themes running through it, like sexual, like not transgender, but like sexual stuff that questions a bunch of stuff like thrown in there. So it's really
in the Matrix. Switch was supposed to be a guy in the real world, but a girl in the Matrix.
Oh no, I did not know that.
Yeah, that's. But I guess like that was kind of like the line, along with other things. Warner Brothers like, okay, you can't do this stuff, including that. So she ended up being just a girl in both. Yeah. But I mean, that's pretty cool. Like because like that whole movie is kind of about that kind of stuff. And then in real life, they eventually went and, like that's. It's interesting to see people kind of reflecting the things that they're going through in their art. Yeah, like that's why they're just such an interesting pairing to me. Like you even see like reflections of that stuff in like Cloud Atlas, where in one life you're white, another life you're black, and another life you're a woman, and another life you're a man. Like just the way that they approach storytelling is just so different than anyone else. I just wish their movies were more watchable.
Yes, yeah.
Like I for the record, I loved Cloud Atlas.
I thought Cloud Atlas was super ambitious. I think it overreached.
That's arguable.
I give them huge credit for like they did something that no one had ever done before, and they like did it work fully? No, but do you get credit for doing it? Sure, you do. It's like you went somewhere that no one's ever done. So
I think it did work. It's just a big. It's just too much of an ask for some people, and I don't mean that like in a bad way. Like just like you're just watching a movie like it's the Wachowskis. Yeah, I'll go watch this. Okay, wait, why is Tom Hanks like that? Okay, wait, now why is Tom Hanks like that? Okay, wait, now why is Tom Hanks? What the fuck? Like it's a bit jarring.
It's crazy.
It's I don't know. And then like Hugo Weaving as a woman, like if you're not on board with that movie, when that scene happens, you are definitely not on board with that movie. As much as I loved it, like it's so good, but like
has anyone seen A Star Is Born?
I haven't yet.
You haven't?
No.
I'm hearing very good things though.
My sister has, and she said it's awesome.
Yeah,
and she would know because that's her kind of movie. That's her wheelhouse. But yeah, no,
it looks good and everything. But the thing I'm wondering about is everything seems very poppy, American Idolish, all her songs, and she's a very artistic, singer. So I'm kind of wondering. I mean, I know it's going to be a good movie either way, but her singing, I wonder if that's going to throw me off a bit. I don't know. That's why I was curious if anybody's seen it, but.
No,
I'm gonna do it one of these days. Man, maybe I'm saving it for a date night. I don't know. I was one of these. I'll see it. Like, it's just not a movie that I'm in a hurry to go see by myself, like La La Land.
Right.
Yeah. Have we watched CP?
I think he's coming back.
Yeah, he had to go to the bathroom. I think.
I did see Hunter Killer though. Did anybody see Hunter Killer?
Sorry.
You did CP.
How is Hunter Killer?
Fun to watch. Weirdly forgettable though.
Yeah.
I don't get that weird.
No, I mean, like, there's a lot of actually really effective scenes. Like, there's a lot of really tension-filled scenes. Like, I thought I'd kind of seen everything that you could do in a submarine movie, but this movie actually kind of did a couple of new things that I wasn't quite expected for. There was some decent writing. Like it's actually not a Go America movie so much as you might think, as it's like a stopping dumbass as a people movie. It's really interesting. But again, it's like I watched it last night. I woke up today and I really couldn't remember much about it.
Yeah, that's what I've heard. Like,
Yeah.
So I almost went and saw it. Like, I was tempted to. I didn't even offer that to the guy to see because I thought he might pick it, and I'm like, I'd rather see Bad Times Are. And then the timing worked out better for Bad Times Are, which I'm so happy I saw. Yeah. But yeah, I don't know. It obviously didn't do well. It made what, 7 million?
6 and change.
6.6.
It was close to fourth for a little bit, but
yeah.
God forbid I go perfect.
Goosebumps, man. Although Goosebumps has only made 38 million total.
Dude, it's just fourth place.
It just keeps on hanging around at fourth place.
Yeah.
But it's like it's only made 3 million more than its budget, so it's not like it's like a runaway hit, but it's just not going away because there's nothing else really. Like Venom has done really well. Venom's made 187 million domestically. Like that's not even like. Let me see what it's done internationally.
Can we talk about Goosebumps for a quick second too? By the way, because I totally saw it. Like. Okay, so it's not bad. Just like the first one, it's perfectly fine. It's just a fun, cheesy Halloween kids movie. But I want to talk about the way the characters are named. The main characters are Sam, Sarah, and Sonny. And then the bad guy is Slappy the doll. R.L. Stein is a character.
Guy had his baby name books on the S's.
I get it. Yeah, I spent the entire movie being like, the first 15 minutes, be like, are all of these? Is every character's name going to be an S?
Steve, get Sarah really quick, and the sheriff. Make sure you get to call the sheriff's office.
That's also like what's it called? Lord of the Rings. I love how it's like you have Aragorn, Arwen. And it's like, dude,
Arwen.
You couldn't change the freaking name. Like you couldn't come up with no, really? Okay.
I forgot about Eowyn and Arwen. That's right.
Yeah,
They're
Eowyn,
the only women
Aragorn.
too.
It's like, what?
Elven names.
The pony.
I love you, dude, but come up with some more names.
Come on, throw some other beginning letters up there instead of the A's. It's like, especially with two female characters that are. Which one do you like better, Eowyn or Arwen? Which one's what you got?
Okay, Tolkien, I'm gonna introduce you to a new letter.
Yes.
B. Names can start with
Beowyn. Barwyn.
Bargorn. That's like a parody version of Aragorn.
Yeah.
Bargorn.
So Venom has made worldwide $508 million. So on
Sony, you did it.
On a $100 million budget. So
Jerks.
it's done well. Like a lot. Let's be honest. That's done better than any of us or any of Hollywood thought it was going to. No one thought. Like I don't even think Sony thought it was going to make that much money.
And it still has the highest grossing October opening weekend. Excuse me.
Yeah, 80
That's
million.
right. Halloween didn't beat it.
It was 76, 74.
77 point something.
Yeah.
Was it that close to my number? I don't think it was that close.
No, yeah, it was. Yeah.
Man,
It was like
you guys
77.8, something like that.
do you want me to teach you guys how to do this?
Hey, I had 74.
Don't make me laugh.
Yeah, I had 74 or 75. Yeah.
75. It was somebody had 75. I had 78, and then somebody had 80.
Yep, Brian Lomax had 80.
So I did my usual obnoxiousness.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So.
But other than that, it was just the Hunt for Red October Part 2.
Yeah.
Last week. Lindsey, you seem to watch these
what?
Socially charged movies. Have you seen Thug yet?
Thug? What's Thug?
The Hate You Give.
Oh,
On
that's funny.
the poster, they present it to its THUG.
I haven't noticed it yet. That's actually really funny.
No, I've heard
funny?
people refer to it as Thug, so that's why I knew what you're talking about.
I haven't seen it yet. I want to, if no other reason than a friend of mine's in it. But I don't know. It's not like a priority movie.
Dino, they're saying your voice is low.
Is it?
Right.
I'm not saying much anyway.
He's not talking.
Yeah.
It's not that he's low. He's
You
just
guys
not
aren't
talking.
missing nothing.
Hey, we miss your beautiful sound of your voice, sir. What are you talking about?
Screwed everything up this week. I'm just trying to
No.
so pissed off.
Stop.
Oh well.
My bladder screwed everything up.
I'm good.
So
Hey, they did have a Christian movie that's been out, I think 3 weeks now. That
Which one?
the Gosnell story about the serial killer, the abortionist, or
Oh,
doctor.
Really?
Such
Yes.
such an interesting story.
with Dean Cain, right?
What's it?
Yeah.
What's it called?
Oh, it's something Gosnell. Oh man.
Is it? I'm looking in the. Okay, I'm looking. I don't see it.
Misdirection City on that trailer.
It's all the way down at the bottom, Peter. You would find on the listing, if anything.
Okay, I'm looking.
Prolonged exposure?
No, it's got Gosnell in.
Just look up Dean Cain.
There it is. The trial of America's biggest serial killer.
Very.
Asterisk.
Mm-hmm. Well, you know what? All the stuff that went on with this guy during the trial, they found babies.
He was a fucked up dude. There's no denying.
Right. Yeah.
But
Infants' feet, in jars, like hundreds of them. It was crazy. It's a crazy story.
Oh my God, guys. So Dean Cain in this movie plays Detective James Woods. The third build character's name, the actor, I've never heard of him before, Nick Searcry, but the character's name is Mike Cohen.
Should be Mike Hunt.
I'm just like,
Right?
what is happening right
What the hell
now?
is it? Well, yeah, Dean Cain's fallen. That poor guy. Or was he ever really?
Was he ever hot? Yeah, very,
was-
very good.
he
Fallen
Gene
from
Kane
what?
was TV
Sky
hot
and
for,
Superman?
for
Right.
a bunch of years as Superman, and then then just kind of went away. Hey, Suspiria came out too this week.
No, limited.
Yeah.
Yeah, very limited. 2 theaters.
That's ultra limited.
2 theaters. Wow.
My dad was on an episode of Dean Cain's Superman, just fun fact.
Yeah.
Cool.
Yeah. A story based on the actions of Philadelphia Borscht. Why is this movie being so vague? What
I
is it actually
advise you to watch the trailer, and you would think it's about like a straight.
Oh, okay. It's number 14. Oh no,
Yeah,
18.
it's-
18.
It's very, very pure flicksy while trying to be like Lifetime movie.
Yeah.
Something bad has happened. Like it's pure flicksy without being pure flicksy. If that
Yeah.
makes any sense.
Yeah.
Well, like the movie is like a Lifetime type movie, but the story is what's interesting, and they tried to portray it, as best they could. But
Yeah.
No,
So it's
no,
about
that's-
a doctor. What's the matter?
No, go ahead.
It's about a doctor who performed abortions in a
Okay.
low budget area, in a low income area. So he cut corners, apparently. Again, I'm not saying that like it's a good thing, but it's not like the guy went into the neighborhood and found pregnant women.
Women and took them and be like, "Give me your shit."
It's very misleading, very misdirectional with how they're
Yeah.
presenting it. I don't know.
Okay, so they're saying he's a serial killer because he committed abortions for
well,
people.
it's the way that he did things too. Though I mean, he used the garbage disposal to get rid of a lot of these fetuses and
Kids.
stuff like
Yeah.
that, and there were times when the babies were still alive when they came out. The people that he hired around were high school kids, people that he could easily manipulate and not go out there and spread, hey, this guy's doing something wrong. You know what I mean? It's not proper. Even when they went to the guy's house was still the same as almost where he worked. I mean, there were stuff in jars in his house. It was very serial killer like. The guy, I think, had some kind of mental issues.
So
Okay, well, that's
The
kind
movie
of
they're-
interesting.
The movie they're trying to sell you is, hey, Jeffrey Dahmer does abortions.
yeah,
That's what they're trying to sell you.
I agree, but yeah.
It's
So there's
it's just-
one. There's one showing of it 25 miles away from me.
All right, Lindsay, you go watch it and let us know.
I'm thinking about it.
Take a hit for the team.
Right.
I might have to leave. It's a 10 o'clock showing. I might
Nino,
have to
again
leave
with
the
your
moment
mic.
We're done here.
Yeah, sorry, guys.
Now you
So-
are talking, so
moving off of the abortion.
Now you're talking to tell us about the baby murders.
sorry, Peter.
No. As I was scrolling down looking for it, because I went to the very bottom at 86.
86. They count that low?
Yeah, they count to 99. 86 this week, which I don't understand at all, which brought in $856. Was Operation Finale. Now,
Oh, man,
the
that's
reason-
insane.
the reason I wanted to talk about it was because it's made 17.5 million. Okay,
Plus
it was on-
$856.
it was on Netflix. It's like I didn't know this. It was a Netflix movie, and it was on Netflix the week after it came out.
Shut up.
So I was flipping through my Netflix, and it was literally so it was in theaters for 1 week, and then the next week I could watch it on Netflix.
Yo, is that one of those fucking Annihilation deals?
Yeah, that's why I thought I'd bring it up, because I just saw it and I was like, why is it still making money in theater at all? Because you can watch it on Netflix.
You non-American fuckers.
Netflix literally, I guess, bought this film and went, okay, you know what? It's got some star power in it. Let's release it and see what it does. But then, So it cost $24 million to make. They made $17 million back. If they hadn't released it in theaters, they're not going to make that $17 million. So at least they made some money back from the theater for it. But yeah, it's because it was on Netflix like at least it may be 2 weeks. But I remember like literally thinking about it and seeing it, going, "Holy crap! You can watch this on Netflix now." So I don't know. I just thought I'd bring that up. I don't know if you guys can get it, but it's available in Canada.
Checking right now.
So
not even
Peter, I'm gonna need your Netflix sign-in if that's the case, because what the fuck?
Well, usually
Uncle
it's
sign
funny because like America
Yeah.
usually has way more movies than the Canadian Netflix. And when
Dude, the Danish Netflix is awesome.
yeah,
It's like cable TV plus. It's got every show you could possibly think of is on Netflix.
yeah.
I mean, they have a smattering of movies, but for TV shows, Netflix in Denmark is awesome.
Because
Thank
it's
God
funny
for
because like
VPNs.
for a year, my brother-in-law was just like, "Hey man, you need to get American Netflix." It's like, and I'm like, "How do you do that?" And he's like, "You get a thing and it spoofs it and makes it think you're from America." And I'm like, "Oh,"
Spoofs it.
and I'm just like,
Fine.
"Whatever." I never really cared enough like to try and do it. And then we were in Pennsylvania for a week, and I popped up, like I opened my Netflix on my iPad while I was in Pennsylvania, and because I was in America, all of a sudden I had American Netflix, and I was like, "Holy crap! What's all this stuff?" It's like this wasn't here, and it's like, "Oh crap, we're in America!" So it's registering me as being American all of a sudden. So
the first thing that comes up is The Angel, The Resistance Banker. 22 July. I really want to see that. That's that movie about that dude who shot up a bunch of people in Norway. On guess what day?
On July 21st.
They might have started that day. That doesn't count. All right, so yeah, we don't. Another Annihilation situation.
Yeah, not to get us off topic, but yeah, I just saw it and was like, "Oh crap!" And I didn't realize if you guys knew that, but yeah, I went to Netflix like literally. It had to be less than 2 weeks after being in theater, because I was shocked when I saw it. I was just like, "What?"
Well, it's
That's exactly what happened with Annihilation, because it was here in America in the theaters, but everywhere else it was
It's
very interesting.
Netflix.
Canadian is still North American markets. You're still killing that.
Yeah,
that's true.
So, I don't understand why they would put it like that that fast.
Speak up again.
Yeah, my mic level shows fine on here, but hey, I don't know what to tell you guys. This week is fucked up, but it's fine.
How dare you, Dino? Don't you dare tell me that.
I know, Lindsey.
Is there another shooting in Kentucky?
Oh God, really?
There's always a shooting in Kentucky, isn't there?
A Kroger shooting?
That's a bad joke.
Oh, I did hear something about that.
I did hear something about
A shooting at a Kroger?
Kroger is like
It's like a
department store. Yeah, it's like a department type store.
Yeah, I think I heard something like that too.
Yeah.
Hey, listen. Our country is thank God our president is joining our country, because things are okay right now.
Yeah.
Have they ever? Well,
No,
you know
what? You're
Get
absolutely
rid of that
right.
fake news, and you'll be having no problems.
They've never been absolutely squeaky clean, but
right.
he said he was going to fix all this, and it's not fixed.
Say the least.
Well, I was gonna say, I mean, no matter who you get in there, are you ever gonna clean it up in this day and age? I don't think so. I don't know, but I don't talk politics or religion, so I'll leave it at that.
Can I? So two things.
Praise Jesus.
Praise
Yeah.
Jesus.
Denmark, I miss you. Please take me back.
No.
They kicked you out, didn't they?
No, the UK kicked me out of Denmark. I don't know how that makes any fucking sense, but it happened.
Brexit, yo.
Yeah. Two things that have nothing to do with right now as far as movies. One, I recently watched Mile 22. I don't know if any of you have seen that.
Oh, I did, yeah.
Well, I remember Lindsay's take on it was, wow, they totally wasted the guy from the raid.
Yeah. If you
Is
said
that
it,
Mark Wahlberg?
yes.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
If you said it here, Lindsay, I apologize for making you repeat yourself.
That's okay.
But that movie, like Peter Berg is really, like he's got a lane that he just needs to drive in.
Yeah.
You know, he's not gonna make a Nolan movie, and he's not really gonna. Battleship was a fluke.
I liked Battleship. I seriously did. It's stupid and dumb and easy to watch.
Lone Survivor's really good.
Yeah, Lone Survivor's really good.
Patriots Day, for what it is, it's good.
Haven't seen that one yet. I've seen Deepwater Horizon.
Deepwater Horizon's okay.
Was decently, like, not something I'm gonna watch again, but was entertaining and well made for when I watched it. You know what I mean?
I enjoyed Patriots Day.
Yeah,
it's on my list to watch.
There's a little bit of a common theme with those movies, and they're not so fucking heavy-handed with the America's the best.
America.
Yeah, and I like Lone Survivor because our heroes die.
Yeah.
It's not, holy fuck, can you imagine what this world would be without America? It's, we lose sometimes. Okay. But Mile 22, like you said, Lindsey, the fucking guy from the raid just put a camera on a tripod and make sure he's in focus. The fucking guy can do all the work. And there's all these fucking
cuts and stuff.
Swishy swashy cameras and fucking edits to shit, and they don't show him for shit. And it's just not that good.
And what I just realized right now as you're saying this, how the fuck do you put MMA fighter Ronda Rousey in the same movie as the raid guy and not have them even like spar?
Yeah.
It's like just the most nothing movie.
Does Ronda Rousey's character get killed really fast?
Yes.
Really fast? No.
Okay, maybe not really fast. Well, she's too fast for us to get to know her.
Before the middle of the movie.
Yes.
No. She right around the middle.
Was it not fast enough?
She gets one of those heroes send-off.
The reason because they show her in the trailer, right? And then they show her in the beginning of the trailer, and then like all the action scenes she's not there for, and I'm like, 10-1 Ronda Rousey's character gets killed really quickly.
Yeah.
Safe bet. Yeah. Okay.
And it's because it's like everything like where he's like they're under attack in the convoy and stuff. They don't show her at all. They don't show her in the main car with the guys and stuff. So I'm just like, I'm guessing she dies. Like, so.
Compared to everybody else, she's not long for this world. Yeah.
And she didn't get a big send off. She just like died.
Oh no, she got an epic.
Does she? Okay.
She blew some shit up. Yeah.
Okay.
She fucked up some shit. She just didn't punch anything. She's a puncher.
She basically got the same.
No,
death.
She's an arm barer. That's what she is.
Dude, she got the same death as the guy who created Cyberdyne in Terminator 2.
No.
Without all the...
Yeah.
Which was the best part.
It was.
Yes.
Same death.
Yeah.
Same death, but slightly different.
Okay. Oh my god, okay, well, maybe we shouldn't jump to the twist ending just yet, but... is this a movie or the end of a pilot? Like, there's a difference.
Yeah. It felt like, they're going to do the Americans again. Neat. Like, it has to be, there has to be a sequel, right?
I guess. Oh my god. Okay, so what's her name? Laura Cohen was...
What?
Yeah, it didn't make enough money, you're right.
Womp.
Laura Cohen's character I kind of liked, because she's Laura Cohen. I always like her, from The Walking Dead.
Walking Dead.
But her character, like, her whole thing is... Oh, no, you're good. It's Laura Cohen, man. Yeah. So good.
Yes.
Good actress.
And talented.
Yeah, no, she I think she's really talented too, and she's good in this movie. But like her character is like she's like going through a divorce, and they're like using this thing to communicate back and forth that like censors swearing, and they get in trouble when they swear at each other. But even still, she's like typing out these long.
Those were the strangest phones ever, too. By the way,
right? Like, what are you, movie?
Well,
there should be like a thing where it's like top 7 weird movie things where it's like technology that you don't understand why they're using, such as like the little flip thing in It Follows that the girl's reading out of all the time.
Oh yeah,
that you're like, what the frick is that? It's like
looks like a diagram.
What makes the movie timeless? Yeah.
It's just like, what? I don't understand. What she's reading from like a compact mirror, but it's like a story, and So and it's like it sounds like that kind of thing. It's like I don't understand the technology. Why are you doing?
Or like the weird police laptop thing in the Snowman. If anyone saw that.
No, I missed. The
No,
filming, 'cause I was told
Lindsey.
it
We try to
sucked by
avoid that shit.
everybody.
Yeah.
Didn't see it.
Okay, so no one saw.
I was so sad that movie that everyone told me that movie sucked because like I love Michael Fassbender and it was like Michael Fassbender cop movie with serial killer. Oh,
My
okay.
uncle got me the Slender Man, so I'm curious to see.
Oh, you're
How
gonna
much I-
love that.
Yeah, that's a good one.
Yeah.
That's a good one.
It is.
Uh,
Okay. Yeah.
It's a fun one.
yeah,
Anyway.
super-
Did you
good
get-
one.
Lindsay, did you get any vibes that maybe Peter Berg had recently watched The Accountant with the tick that Mark Wahlberg has?
Oh God, I hadn't, but that makes so much sense. Actually, wow. Dump.
And they never
I'm
really,
annoyed. Dump.
yeah, they never really like make
I
it.
can't
Oh
hear
a
yeah,
thing.
the elastic thing. Yeah.
Okay, now I can hear you. Go ahead.
It's just they never really properly cross it. Like, does he just have a tick? Is he just a fucking asshole? Like the dialogue's really weird too. Just like he's always so like he's me essentially. He just
But
says
not
a bunch of your check's in the mail, sir.
So it's a bunch of shit.
He just says like a bunch of shit that's like really, every now and again somebody he's talking to is like, oh, don't mind him. He's just, whatever. This is the way he processes things. And they never really fleshed out why he's so cranky.
So they took like something from The Accountant, which I think, by the way, is a really good movie.
The Accountant, I love The
I
Accountant.
thought The Accountant was great.
I think it was my top 10 that year. Yeah.
Yeah, it was. It's still in my top 10 from that year. I think it's a really underwatched movie, but yeah, it was very fleshed out though in that movie, like why he is and what he does and his autism and all that kind of stuff and how
it was the opening act. They covered
how
that.
he uses it and how he like has learned to harness the fact that like he's this way, So if they're literally like, oh yeah, we'll take something from this and we'll just give him this thing with the because I saw the elastic
band that he just
he's got the elastic band, which is the thing that people do in therapy and stuff. They do it like they took the girl in Hellboy has one. She has elastics that when she's stressed, she pulls the elastic and snaps it. It's an old time thing, but yeah.
To play into the duality, though, I thought that maybe because the dude from the raid, he had his own little. Thank you, Lindsay. I thought maybe they would do something there, but it's just strange. A whole lot of missed opportunities and.
It's a whole lot of ideas that we'll put in the screenplay and then we forget about and don't know what to do with.
Well, it's why it feels like a pilot and not a movie, because like they're drawing the connection between these two characters, but then they don't do anything with it. But then the twist at the end makes the connection between these characters significant. But then the movie ends the moment you have this twist that makes everything significant.
Yeah.
So it's like, why is this happening now and not an hour ago?
Yeah,
Where are you?
That chase could have been half as long.
A third as long.
Right.
A fourth as long.
Yeah.
It could have been 5 minutes
Listen,
instead of 20.
Listen, Mr. Berg, even The Dark Knight was great, but that was maybe a 15, 20-minute scene where they went through the city.
The worst part about Batman Begins is the car chase scene.
The worst part?
The worst part about Batman Begins is that how long that scene goes on for, and the fact that it's a great scene.
It's a black tank.
Yeah, no, but then at the end, how they're like, "Oh my God, thank God nobody died!" After he's like driving over cop cars and like blowing them up and all this stuff. It's like it goes on for way too long. Everybody died, and the fact that we're supposed to believe that nobody died. Like if the same thing as this movie.
He's Batman. Just shut up.
Okay, that's true.
Which
Batman.
Let me take this moment to segue into the other half of what I wanted to bring up that has nothing to do with right now. I watched The Dark Knight last night for the first time.
Saw it twice.
Not ever. Let's all calm down.
Saw it twice in IMAX in the last 3 months.
I know, very jealous.
So freaking good, man.
And I, halfway through it, it's not like it's a movie that fades. All I kept thinking was he followed this fucking movie up with Inception and had to kick and scream to get Inception. We have nothing like that today.
No.
There's nobody close to Christopher Nolan doing a fucking Dark Knight Inception 1-2 punch. And if you guys know of one in the last 20 years, by all means, correct me. But
I'd say Drew Goddard with Cabin in the Woods and then Bad Times at the El Royale, but they're too spaced out.
That
And
level?
They're
too niche. And they're too niche. That's the other thing. But, yeah. Not Nolan. I was just trying. That's the best I got.
I mean, I guess maybe Emily brought up what's his name? The Revenant.
Iñárritu?
Yeah.
I can't say his name. I'm bad with.
Which I guess is arguable, but
not as good though.
Can you name a guy like a director that was just fucking on point 2 movies in a row like that?
Well, you gotta think, he did Prestige before he did that, and then before that he did Batman Begins, and then it's like.
I mean, I'll say Dark Knight is a 5, Inception's a 5, Prestige I'll give like a 4.5. Batman Begins, I'll give a 4.5.
See, I give them all 5s. And,
all right, Lomax.
I'm a Nolan fanboy, and
who's the guy that directed Blade Runner 2049?
Denis Villeneuve.
Yeah,
he's the closest to that.
Yeah, and even he's not on that level, but he's had the 1, 2, 3, 4 punch.
He's Sicario, and then
Prisoners.
Prisoners. He did before that, and then he's did Blade Runner, and then
wait, did he also do Arrival?
Yes, he did. Arrival
and Blade Runner. Yeah,
and Arrival and Blade Runner.
Who's doing Suspiria?
Nobody.
What's her name?
Nobody big.
Who's doing the girl with the dragon's 4th movie?
Oh, nobody. I don't think it's
no one. Yeah,
are you sure?
I don't think it's anyone. It's not like Fincher or anything like that. It's
Check.
Yeah, I'm looking up right now. Oh no, that's the book. Movie. Oh, that comes out this week, doesn't it?
No.
It's next week.
Yeah.
Bohemian Rhapsody, Nobody's Fool, and Nutcracker comes out this week.
Ooh, I don't think it will be, but I want Bohemian Rhapsody to be good so badly.
Gede Alvarez.
Oh wait, he's done a few things.
FREDDY Alvarez.
Don't Breathe. Yeah. Oh, that's so weird.
So the guy who did the
Don't Breathe in the Evil Dead.
Evil Dead remake. I don't know why I got FREDDY Alvarez and.
Is that how you say his name? Fede?
Fede. I've heard FREDDY.
Yeah, I've never heard of him before. I watched.
I'll say both of them.
FREDDY. I'm looking forward to that movie, man.
Really?
Yeah,
absolutely.
I really am.
It'll be all right.
Here.
No.
Well,
hey, I'm like you though, Peter, with the original foreign versions of the movie, but I'm still looking forward to it. It's the American versions were great. You've never watched, or the one you never watched it, but it's a great movie. It really is.
Dino, you've seen all the other movies though?
Oh yeah.
Okay,
and I give them almost 10s. I mean, they're
those are really good movies. Those are like top of the.
And you like those more than the American one?
I haven't watched the American one.
Oh yeah,
so.
Without a doubt. But the American one, I like. If I'm giving the originals 10, I'm giving the American version like a 7. I mean, I really enjoyed it.
Yeah, no.
Fincher directed the shit out of that movie. Yeah.
Yeah, that's the thing. It's like Fincher is a better director, but it's just it's been done. You
want to have an argument about a director that can kind of back his movies up. Fincher does all right with himself.
Yeah.
So I'm looking at this Fede Alvarez guy. So he directed Don't Breathe. Yeah. His upcoming projects after The Girl in the Spider's Web is Don't Breathe 2.
Really? Electric Boogaloo?
I guess. And then a movie called Labyrinth.
Oh, no.
They better not be remaking that. My wife will have a freaking fit.
All IMDb says for a plot synopsis is a mythical princess searches for her father in a perilous labyrinth.
Sounds like it.
It's her brother she's looking for in the original. So
I heard that they were remaking that movie, so that's probably it.
I seriously hope not.
Not so.
Dino, can you do me a favor and say...
Especially next it's so died just so recently.
Cat covered in gel.
Yeah.
Cat covered in gel? Yes, why?
Because
how much wood could a woodchuck chuck if a woodchuck could chuck wood?
Oh, because of the Halloween movie? The cat?
I watched...
Not Halloween movie, Pet Cemetery too. Yeah.
When I was in the hospital, the Wi-Fi was a little when it was there, it was okay enough for me to stream stuff.
Yeah.
And I rewatched your rant, your Danny Devil rant, and it's just funny. Like when you do the Danny Devil voice, when you say something like cat, there's a stretch. You have this stretch in the accent that's not really in your voice, and I'm like, that's really strange. That's not really Dino's voice. Like I don't know what it is. Maybe it's because of the frequency being switched and fucked with, but
I'm sure.
I don't like. It was just so weird. I'm like, I don't think Dino drags the word cat like that.
Cat. I'm gonna have to go back and re-listen then.
Yeah,
cat.
It's a cat, and I was just
cat
like, wait, what?
Oh, what?
Who knows? I got a Cleveland accent. So,
yeah, Cleveland accent isn't. Yeah, I don't know. Sorry, it's hard to take us off the rails.
It's not a rat. Are you a rat? Are you a fucking rat? I'm not a fucking rat. Sorry.
Have you seen Gotti yet, Lindsay?
No, not yet.
I'm thinking.
Good.
I'm thinking when we're getting close to the year being up, I think we do one of these episodes for the worst that we've seen this year, the best we've seen this year, and movies that, like maybe every week in December we'll do, on top of the regular, scores and shit. Best, worst, underrated, better or worse.
Yeah.
Like, this movie made a lot of money, but it really shouldn't have.
Yeah.
Or, this movie should make a lot more money. El Royale.
El Royale.
we should do an Oscar type, like the Academy Awards too at the end of the
Oh, we do that already.
Oh, okay.
You can come on that. Don't worry.
Okay. I didn't know you did that. Okay.
Yeah, I've been doing it every year that
No
I've had
way.
a thing.
Okay.
Yeah, no, we have an Oscar draft. It's
We
quite
have a draft.
exciting.
You get to pick. Yeah,
Really? Okay. Cool.
Who won last year?
Oh, I never fixed it. So Brian and Luke tied,
Yeah.
and they still have a tiebreaker, but I don't know what.
Yeah.
Maybe we'll. I don't know what the fuck. They tied.
Life.
Oh, how funny. Didn't know
Yeah.
that.
Speaking of top 5 movies of the year,
Ken.
did you guys see Variety put out their top 5 movies of the year so far?
It's October.
Yeah.
Right.
They polled like a whole bunch of people and then took their top movies and then combined them, and then they said these are the top 5 movies, not most entertaining movies, not funnest movies, not liked, best movies of the year.
Okay.
Number 5 was Black Panther.
Pretty low by modern people's.
I'm trying to think. I can't remember what number 4 was. 3
Avengers.
billboards outside Ebbing, Missouri
That was 2017.
Which I'm like, that's not even freaking this year. It's like it was up for Oscars last year. What are you doing? And then A Quiet Place was on the list.
Wow.
The number one agreed best movie of the year is Avengers Infinity War. And I'm like, shut up. It's like, come on. Like, fun, entertaining. Best? Hells no.
What the hell are they on that they're even putting that out right now? I mean,
Like,
come on.
That Disney dick. That's what they're on.
Yeah, seriously, it's like they have a top 20. You can watch the whole top 20, but they said these are the top 5, and I'm like, that's your top, like Black Panther and Infinity War are the top 5 movies of the year. They're like, really? It's like, okay.
How far we've fallen.
I just yeah. So I don't know. But I just thought I'd mention that because we were talking about top lists.
Do you remember when popular movies were kind of good too?
Yeah.
Right? Well, now it's just recognition of films and the names and all that. Yeah. And the story and all that other stuff is like
Aliens
pushed
made
to the side.
Right. Aliens made a bunch of money and was also really good.
Yeah.
Fucking, I don't know. Insert big movies from the 90s here. They made money, but they also happened to be pretty decent.
Speed.
Right.
Speed.
Yeah, no.
It's just strange how it's the movie business. Oh, did it make a lot of money? That's a fucking good time.
Yeah.
Box.
I love watching me some people die 7 days.
Wow, 7 made $327 million at the box office.
That's money. That's money by today's standards.
Well, okay, well, 100 million domestic, 227 foreign, but still.
How's Halloween
Against
doing
33 million.
internationally? I don't think it's doing too well.
170 total.
For what?
Okay.
Internationally or in total?
Total.
Yeah. Okay.
Really?
Here it's one. Excuse me. Here it's 126, and then 44.
So Brian is so off the pace.
Yeah.
With his 500 million.
Brian's got problems with his worldwide.
Wow.
So wait, this week's going to be what, November 2nd to 4th?
My birthday to the 4th.
Yeah.
Oh, happy birthday, Linzo.
Happy birthday.
Lindsey. How old are you going to be, Lindsey?
Ooh, how old do you think I am?
'Younger than all of us.
I'm an old man, so I don't know.
I'm 30.
You're 30, okay.
Welcome.
Big dirty 30.
In the
Welcome.
30.
I'm throwing a kegger and I'm putting it out in style.
It's all downhill from here.
Yeah, probably.
It's downhill from 21.
Right? No.
That's funny.
Lindsay, I'm going to get you a gallbladder.
You're
slightly
turning 30.
used.
I'm having in 2 days. I'm having my 20th wedding anniversary.
Wow.
Yeah, you should
that's
celebrate
a
it by
lot.
going to. Oh wait, never mind.
Wait,
Yeah.
2 days?
Yeah, I got married in Halloween.
That's awesome.
Yeah, there's a story behind it, but yeah.
Just
You're spooky?
Just had ours, Peter. 25. Yeah.
Oh, there you go. You beat me.
What wasn't it? Yeah. Long time. Anyways.
Yeah.
CP, you get to keep those stones. Anyways.
No, I wanted to see at least a picture of it, or
I know. I would have said, please do whatever you can.
Beth got to
give
keep
them.
Charge
her
him for
They
it.
gave it to her in a little bottle.
Really? Yeah.
Yeah.
So we've gone a fair amount. We're pretty well caught up with the 2 weeks that were.
And so-
I cannot imagine with the releases that we're getting this week, which by the way, November looks like a lot of fun as far as heavy hitters is concerned. You know, it's not August anymore, that's for certain. So we've had some variation of Halloween, Star is Born, and Venom in the top 3. And then Goosebumps has been 4 for the last 2 3 weeks. I think Goosebumps has just been 4 every time it's been out. Am I right?
I think you're right.
Lindsay?
Goosebumps is basically stuck at 4.
Yeah, it's interesting, actually. Yeah, kind of.
I'm wondering if it's been Halloween, Stars Born, Venom, Goosebumps every week for the last. Oh wait, Halloween's only been 2 weeks.
Yeah, it was Venom, Stars
Venom
Born,
flip-flopped, right?
and then First Man, and then Goosebumps, and then
First Man in there.
yeah, and then but I think you're right. I think Goosebumps has basically stayed at number 4. I don't think it got higher than 4. It might have gotten the 3rd, but I don't think it got higher than that. But I think it's been at 4 the last bunch of weeks.
All right. So as far as looking at names and numbers is concerned, it's been pretty boring the last 2 weeks because it's been the same 4 movies, and we have 3 somewhat large movies coming this weekend. I can't imagine all 3 not being in the top 4, although stranger things have happened.
This show, Stranger Things happened.
Yes.
Yeah, Goosebumps has been number 4 since it came out.
Yeah.
Sorry.
Which was what weekend?
What weekend is this? October 12th to 14th. So First Man beat it by like a million, or actually just by a little bit. It was 50. It came in with 15.
Wow, 200,000.
15,802,000, and then First Man came in at 600 or 1,600. So it beat it just by like a couple 100,000.
Wow.
So the last 2 weeks has been Halloween, Stars Born, Venom, Goosebumps. 2 weeks in a row.
2 weeks in a row. So
That's
Goosebumps
crazy.
has been out for 3 weeks and has been 4th place every week. It's literally, it's impressive when you look at it that it's like, so it started with 15.8, and then it went down to 9.7, and then it went down to 7.2. So it's like it's actually stayed pretty Like,
Yeah,
most of
I
them
think
drop
it's
off to
been the-
50%.
It's
Been
been
pretty
the
freaking-
family movie to go and see, so there
Yeah.
really hasn't been nothing else.
It's already made back its budget. Its budget was 35. It's made
Well,
38.
good for it.
Like,
Thank
and that's just
God.
domestically.
Maybe we'll get
so.
another movie.
Goosebumps 3.
Yeah.
And then release something else vaguely similar that Jack Black is in
Close
the
to
week
it.
before.
Yeah, close to it.
That was so strange.
That was weird.
So anyway, I don't know
I
about
bet
you
Clock
guys.
in the Walls cannibalized a lot of Goosebumps business.
Yeah.
Yeah, people thinking it was Goosebumps and
Yep.
whatever.
Now, for the record, I like Clock in the Walls, actually. It was kind of fun.
Lindsay, I don't know who you are anymore. All these fucking movies are plugging.
Who are
Fucking
you?
King, fucking Axel,
Okay, I didn't plug Axel.
Jason X.
I will plug Jason X till my dying breath.
My uncle got all those movies, so I'm wondering whether to watch
You'll
them or
stab
not.
me once, and I'll
Oh,
say,
No,
which
not-
movies?
Axel.
I'd like to point out another
What's the
movie
other
came
one?
out this
No,
week
no.
that we didn't even have on our radar.
oh, what was it?
Ooh,
Johnny English Strikes Again.
Right.
oh
yeah.
right.
Yeah.
Came out in 12th place. It was in 400 or 544 screens. So obviously it wasn't a big release. Like, I don't know if it's going to get a wider release than that, but it.
I know I
Yeah,
like Mr. Bean, but it's not
So
the
it made
same.
1.6 million.
Johnny English.
yeah.
Yeah. Well, I've never seen a Johnny English film. I've seen parts of them, but I've never sat and watched one. So,
We're not very British.
No, you're not very British.
So-
The
Um,
movies are
I liked
very
the first
bland.
one when I saw it like 15 years ago, or whenever the fuck it came
Yeah.
out.
yeah.
It had
it's-
funny parts, but it was very drawn out. You know what I mean? So yeah.
But there are a bunch of Brits in Bohemian Rhapsody, and that's getting
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
fucking marketing
Mm-hmm.
blitzkrieg.
Blitzkrieg. Oh,
Yeah.
Blitzkrieg Bop.
I'm offended.
Oh,
Go ahead.
let's go. Okay, I'm done.
That offended you of all things I've said.
How are you offended by the word blitzkrieg?
I'm joking. It's kind of an
Blitzkrieg.
inside, but go ahead.
Hi.
So guys, thoughts without seeing it.
Thoughts for your thoughts.
Thoughts for your thoughts without saying it.
Sorry, for what?
Bohemian Rhapsody's got a bunch of. I think it's got 3 trailers and a bunch of TV spots
Yeah.
that are all over the place now.
It looks good.
I
looks
hope
like-
it's good.
Yeah.
I hope it looks decent. It's already out in England.
Yep.
Yeah.
I don't know how well it's doing there, but like I've seen a few mixed reviews from a few people I know that are English YouTubers and stuff.
Has Brian seen it?
I don't think Brian's seen it yet.
Fuck,
He hasn't put
Brian.
he hasn't put a thing up for it yet. At least I don't think he has. Let me check.
Queen was actually their greatest hits was the first CD I ever bought.
Oh yeah.
Yeah,
Queen is like ridiculously
Oh, yeah.
I love
amazing
Queen.
as a band.
They're
They're
good.
so great.
I love Queen so much.
Yep.
Like,
Yeah.
like
Fucking
my favorite
yeah,
song isn't
man.
even Bohemian Rhapsody. It's Somebody to Love.
Somebody to love is
Preach.
They have so
So
many
good.
freaking songs.
I'm right
that are
there with
awesome.
Yep. Same here, man.
I'm waiting for a movie to use Somebody to Love, and that like find me somebody to love. Like that build-up part is so good. It's like use that in your movie, Hollywood. It's like, rawr.
So I'm guarded about the movie because it was supposed to have Sacha Baron Cohen in it, who looks quite a bit more like Freddie Mercury. But another thing, he did an interview where he said the reason he had to drop out was because Queen, the band, there was moments where they really wanted to make it about like them since Freddie Mercury has died.
Oh really?
And it's just like, dude,
Really?
really, what have you done since he's died? Like,
Yeah, it's good.
apparently the message was how they've overcome and managed to carry on without him, and it's just
Which
like,
they have to a
What?
degree.
Mm-hmm.
having a
that-
bunch of different other singers.
Saying that, I would never, I would never go see Queen in concert now because it's not the Queen that I would want to see in concert. Like
Dude, Freddie
I
Mercury.
remember there was a thing a while back on Facebook that had 40 stars, like 40 singers. Like, and there was like recent ones like Amy Winehouse, all dead people, like all dead singers, like Jim Morrison and all, like, you know, Bob Marley, all those kind. And it said if you could see one of them live again, who would you see? And I'm like, is this even a choice? Like Freddie Mercury, man. It's like I would want to see Queen. if I could time travel and only see one band live, I would go see Queen. It's like, why wouldn't you want to go see Queen? But it's just not the same without him. I understand like the musicians were a huge, like the band, like Queen is not Queen without the rest of the band either. Don't get me wrong, but he's just such a the Doors basically gave up after Jim Morrison because he was such a defining character to the band. They just were like, well, it's like they thought about going on and then went, nah, never mind.
He's a music icon, yeah. I mean, you can't replace the character itself.
And his charisma, but also his talent. Like Freddie Mercury's range was insane.
Yep.
Yeah.
Like that guy musically was on a different level from most other frontmen.
So there's another reason that Baron Cohen dropped out was because he wanted it to be a little gritty, because Freddie Mercury had an interesting lifestyle. He was a little free sexually, amongst other things. And I feel like there are really good movies out there, like The Doors didn't pull punches.
No.
Scorsese did a movie about the Rolling Stones that didn't pull punches. What the fuck, Joaquin Phoenix about what's his face?
Walk the Line.
Walk the Line didn't pull punches.
I love that movie.
Ray didn't pull punches. So my question to you guys is, does it matter if they fluff it up?
I don't want them. It matters to some degree, yeah. Like I'd rather a realistic take on what it was.
Yeah.
It depends. Is this the Freddie Mercury story? Or is this the story of Queen? If it's the story of Queen, then like you don't get to focus on him as much as you do the band, right? Like, because the story of the Doors really was the Jim Morrison story, right?
Right.
Like the movie, I'm a huge fan of the Doors. I can actually name all the band members, so it's like, and I know I've read stuff. I did a project on them. I know, like when I was in high school, everyone did like classical music stuff. I did the Doors as my music project for like English or for music. Like everyone in that, he couldn't freaking read music or do anything musically. So it's like the whole band was basically holding him up. He just was very good at singing and poetic. But it's like, it's different with Queen because Freddie Mercury was like legit, like super freaking musically talented.
Right.
But if it's about the band, it's a different story than if it's about Freddie Mercury and the band is just with him. Right. Like, so. If it's about the band, I'm okay with them glossing over certain things because it's not his story. But if this is considered the Freddie Mercury story, then you should probably just, like, he wasn't embarrassed about who he was. He didn't necessarily, from what I understand, he didn't flaunt what he was in public to the same degree where he, like, needed to tell everybody all the time. But he didn't also be like, well, I'm going to be ashamed of it. It's just, he was what he was. And he just was like, why do you care what I am? I just want to make music. So I don't know. It depends what they're considering this to be, but I don't think you should
the Bryan Singer element, just to bring that up.
Why is he in this? What's Bryan Singer
directed?
with this?
It was originally directed by him and they replaced him.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, him and Rami Malek went at it, didn't they? And Rami Malek's going to win that fight because Rami Malek's the star of the movie.
So are they being vague about like what this is going to be about? Freddie Mercury or the band? Or
if you watch the trailers, it's awfully feel-goody. It's awfully fluffy.
Yeah.
Okay.
I love that moment of, here's where the operatic section comes in.
Yeah.
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 Maybe because the story's out there already and there's so many documentaries and stuff, maybe they are going to fluff it up a bit, But yeah, I would rather see the grittiness, the true essence of Freddie Mercury than, Queen.
Yeah.
That's just me.
I don't know many people that are like, oh, you know what? Let me see what Brian May's been doing. Period. Let alone in that time frame. Like there's one TV spot where like you could tell because Queen's had their hand in the process, process or whatever.
Big time.
And there's one of these TV spots where it's just like, Freddie, we've come up with a
the song.
We want
the audience can sing.
The audience can play, and they start doing "We Will Rock You," and it's just like, Ew, do you need to remind us that you guys are responsible for that song?
Right.
Well,
And not Freddie
they
Mercury?
kind of do if it's the story of like how that song came about. Partly, you know, it's like
You're going to do that for every fucking song then?
no, but
Hey, look, there's a fat girl on a bike. Let's start.
Yeah, let's hope that the
Yeah.
living members aren't pushing their stories and stuff over Freddie Mercury's because come
Well,
on, I don't care how
it's
talented
the-
they are. Freddie
it's the
Mercury made
balance.
the band, but whatever.
Well, he did and he didn't. Like
Well-
that band wouldn't be the same without like again. It's a bit different from the Doors in the sense, like I said, Jim Morrison couldn't play a lick of music. So, like without that band doing what they did behind him and pushing him and like some of the big songs that were considered
Well, if Jim Morrison
Morrison's
wasn't there,
song.
though, I mean, and
Yeah,
he
no,
had
no,
a
but,
different
like-
singer.
Yeah,
No
yeah.
matter how
but
good
like
the talent
no,
is behind the
I'm not
singer,
taking
you know?
away from what he was. He was amazing, but like certain things like are ascribed to him in particular. Like they're like, oh, Light My Fire is so great. He didn't write Light My Fire.
Oh, right, but he
The-
sung it,
the-
performed it, and that's
Oh no, he
what's in
totally
your head,
did.
you
But like it's the poetry aspect. They're like because he was a poet and all that kind of stuff.
Right,
They're
right,
like, oh, it's like, and he
Kinda drunk.
purposely made it so that like they decided as a band that like all songs would be written by the Doors. So it's
right.
like, so he didn't get songwriting credit opposed to John Densmore, the drummer. They all got equal like split four ways songwriting credit.
Yeah.
Queen is a bit different in that respect. Like I said, like Freddie Mercury was musically like freaking talented beyond belief. But like if that's the way it actually happened, then yeah, I could see them putting it in there. It makes sense. But if they're just like, well, we want to shine too, that's it's like then it's just like, well, yeah, but there has to be a balance, right? But again, that's why it's not technically the Freddie Mercury story. It's the story of Queen because it's called Bohemian.
Freddie Mercury story.
I wouldn't mind watching the story of Queen, but if you're gonna get like Rami Malek looked like she's like from the trailer, it looks like he's doing a really good job.
Oh, the thing when they're doing the Galileo stuff, that's really funny.
Yeah,
How many Galileos do you need on this damn thing?
I like the thing where it's like I don't know, the one guy starts to like freak out and he's just like, hey, there's only room for one dramatic or like
One queen in this band.
one queen in this or really dramatic queen in this band.
Lindsay, what would you prefer Bohemian Rhapsody be? Like a realistic, a little gritty and dark.
I mean, I want it to be realistic, whether it's about Queen or if it's about Freddie Mercury. Mercury.
Yeah.
Mercury. Gonna get a little accent going on here. Oh, I just want to see what happened. Like I'm sure. Let's look at The Greatest Showman. I'm sure it's a fun movie to watch. But that's not who the fuck that guy was. So I'm not going to watch that fucking movie. And if I ever do watch that movie, I'll still not like it because I know the true story of who that guy was versus what they're trying to sell me. And fuck you for trying to sell me it.
Axel.
And if Bohemian Rhapsody ends up being that, that's highly unfortunate.
It is one of the things, like, I heard, like, they were downplaying the fact that he was gay, and I'm like, that's
he was
weird.
bi.
Oh, was he bisexual? See,
He could take whatever the fuck he could get. Okay.
All right.
Fat bottom girls, yeah.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah. So I guess he was bisexual.
Well, yeah, no. So he was always at Studio 54. He infamously had this. I want to say it was like his 35th birthday, where people were walking around with trays of cocaine and like it was kind of debaucherous. A lot of people, close to nude or whatever, and it was what you would imagine. Yeah.
Like I'd rather see as much as I don't necessarily need to see a whole naked people walking around a club. I'd rather see the authentic story of if we're gonna do just him and have the band as be black players, fine. If we're gonna do the whole band, I'm even fine with that. But I'd rather see it as close to what actually happened. Right. And then glossing over as, well, we don't want people to remember him as the guy who did a lot of cocaine at his 35th birthday. If that's what he did, that's what he did. It's like, Well,
it's like Wolf of Wall Street. It was just excess. There was so much excess, but like you get an idea of how
their lives were
different, right? Yeah, it like that was normal to them.
That is so funny. Me and Brian Lomax disagree on that movie greatly because like we're both Christians watching that movie. And there's all that stuff with the plane where they're like basically having an orgy on the plane, right? Like, right? And I'm a firm believer that like needless nudity is annoying. This is not a case because they were literally showing you how debaucherous his lifestyle was.
Right.
And you can't do that with a PG-13 cut because it's unrealistic. It's like that doesn't give you the visceral feeling of how crazy that guy was, how nuts that guy's life was compared to. It's like, oh yeah, they're just some people making out on a plane.
And Queen, you know what? Queen can take the best of both worlds and make it be like, you know what? He's a superstar. He's doing things on his way, and not really, you know, have them be shown in such a disparaging light.
Yeah, that's interesting.
But yeah, I guess I don't know.
We'll see.
I'm hoping to feel better enough to go watch it, but I don't know if I'll see it by this time next week.
Yeah.
The wild
think I will, yeah.
For work, not even.
No, I only go usually every 2 weeks. So I'm going to see Overlord next week. So
I can't wait.
I showed we saw the trailer for that, and I said, "Hey man, you want to go see that?" And he's like, "Yeah," and I'm like, "All right, awesome." It's like
That'll be a fun week.
It's so funny.
We're gonna go see that. So
the first time I saw that trailer, I was watching a movie with a buddy of mine, and he was all excited for the first half. And while I was like, for the first half, being like, "Oh, another World War II movie. Oh, whatever. It might be cool." But then, like, the zombie stuff comes in, and I'm like, "Oh, fuck yeah!" And he's just like, "Oh, okay, I'm out." So it's just like we just like switched opinions on this movie just over the course of this trailer.
It's another war movie. Oh, wait a minute. No, it's like vampire zombie war movie. Sure, that's okay. That's cool.
I also like how there's only one trailer for. I haven't seen another. I've only seen the one.
I've seen
trailer.
2 trailers, but the second one doesn't give much more away than the first one.
We can talk about that one next week.
So
okay, yeah, we'll do it next week.
So the wild card for this week, I think
nobody's fool.
No,
Nutcracker.
Nutcracker, because I don't. Peter, you have.
My
kids.
daughters have no interest in seeing that thing.
And
But they're 16 and 14. They're not little girls. Okay.
All right.
Like,
So Dino.
So Dino, you have younger kids, right?
Well, my daughter's 13, going to be 14.
Okay.
So
it's
not.
You're in the same boat.
A little bit closer.
Yeah. My boy don't want to see
it. It feels wrinkle and timey for me.
Oh, I don't think it feels that bad.
It feels weird.
Again, it's a holiday type movie coming up, so they're grabbing people, but it's not going to be nothing really to talk about. But again, it is really the only movie that's starting the holiday season off, so it's got that going for it. But
why so soon?
I know it seems like this should be coming out the second week in December.
They had nothing.
Or after Thanksgiving, or on Thanksgiving.
The reason they're not doing that in particular is because Mary Poppins is coming out near that time. So, like, I guess they were just like, we got to fit it in the schedule somewhere.
Yeah.
But it does seem like this should be a Christmas movie.
Right.
Yeah.
But like, has anybody heard? I mean, it's on 3,800 screens, so it's not like it's not like
Disney.
Yeah. Is that name as you know, ironclad as it used to be now?
Again, Goosebumps is slipping away, and this is the only slotted family type movie, and they're slipping it in there. So, you know,
that's what I always do. I always try to slip it in.
I do too. You know?
For the family type movies.
But yeah, I'd be curious where everybody sticks
no reviews yet actually for it. I'm looking at Nutcracker on Rotten Tomatoes. No critics have seen it.
Well, that would be tomorrow, I think, right? Where they would start trickling in.
Probably, yeah. They usually say it Monday and Tuesday.
I mean, like, I feel like.
Well, it depends.
I guess, yeah, you're right. I shouldn't.
Disney usually doesn't release stuff way ahead of time, I think. I could be wrong on that, but like,
I think it depends on the movie.
Yeah, depends, because like a lot of studios would two weeks ahead of time for the critic stuff.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
But
it's 99 minutes long, so it's not super long.
Wow, that's pretty short.
Nice and
it's got a big cast. Like, it's got, like, you know,
the shitty daughter from Twilight.
Oh, is that who that is?
That's the girl who stars in this movie is the CGI fucking infinitely growing daughter from Twilight.
Okay.
Oh.
Like it's got it's got
Why does she
Keira
get a
Knightley in
career?
weird voice.
Kieran, I just want to smack her. Like it's like stop speaking like that.
I guess the names matter in these animated movies a bit, but geez, my God.
It's not animated.
Well, not animated. It's a family movie. You mean?
Right.
Yeah.
Right.
It's. I don't know. Like I remember when how long? I think it was a month straight, guys, where I thought it was another fucking Alice in Wonderland.
Yeah.
Ooh,
yeah.
Okay.
Because it does look a lot like Alice in Wonderland.
It does.
It does.
Yeah, let me read the description on Rotten Tomatoes, like the plot summary. All Clara wants is a key, a one-of-a-kind key that will unlock a box that holds a priceless gift from her late mother. A golden thread presented to her by her godfather, Drosselmeyer, at his annual holiday party, leads her to the coveted key, which promptly disappears into a strange and mysterious parallel world. So the key disappears after she finds it? What did I just...
The mouse steals the key. The mouse steals the key in the trailer.
Is that how it works?
There's a mouse that steals the key in the trailer.
So the whole movie is about this girl trying to unwrap a present from her mom to get Awesome Mix Volume 2?
Yeah, pretty much. Yeah. Meanwhile, it's like she has to save the world. All right, just to tell you, to compare, Alice in Wonderland, because you mentioned that.
Mm-hmm.
Alice in Wonderland, its opening weekend made $116 million.
Holy frick!
That's a big difference.
How did
it made $334 million domestic in its run. Now it was in 2010.
I enjoyed that movie.
So I've never seen that movie because it just looked annoying. But it made 116, 62, 34, 17, 8, 5, 3, 2, 1. Like that was literally 2 months later. So it made 334 domestic. That's so, and 116 its opening week. So just I don't necessarily think this is going to do as well, but Disney's obviously banking that it's going to do fairly well because they got it on that many screens. So
it's a weird weekend too. Like
it is. Yeah.
Yep.
They've been promoting the shit out of it. Like it's been, like, you know,
it's had marketing.
Oh, it's had marketing. Like every movie I've gone to, it's had marketing. Plus, like it has the in here lately. It's had the turn off your cell phones thing. Mm-hmm. So it's like, but instead of like just turn off your cell phones, it shows part of the movie, and then they're like, shh, you know, it's like remember to turn off your cell phones. It's like, you know, then watch like, you know, Four Kingdoms, blah blah blah, blah, you know. It's like so they've been promoting the crap out of it up here. It's like, I don't know down in America, but you know, so I don't know. 116 million though for Alice. It's opening weekend.
Different movies. I don't get half of that.
No.
How did the sequel to Alice do?
That's what was the sequel called?
Through the Looking Glass.
Something. This came out in May and tanked.
You're right.
It did come out in May.
Starring Johnny Depp.
300 million for the.
So that's not tanking.
Yeah, but it's a huge step down from the first one.
Opening weekend.
Yeah.
We're looking at it right now.
Well,
27.
Yeah.
Yeah. Mm. In May.
Meh. Oh.
Yeah. No, it's okay. It's second weekend. No. Okay.
Go ahead.
Yeah, no, it's 26. So yeah, I don't think. But that one didn't look as good. It made 77 million domestic. So I don't
know.
So we're all kind of shoulder shrug about Nutcracker. See, I wish that, like, I know Cody's got a daughter that might be of age. Like, this might be a thing where we just don't know people who are
Yeah, like I got teenage girls. And
Yeah.
they saw the first trailer for it, and both of them went, "Nope, no thanks. That looks stupid."
Even parents, I mean, they're if you got a child under or 10 and under or something like that, especially the girls. I mean, they're going to take the kids out to see this movie this weekend.
Yeah.
I mean, they're going. I mean, there's nothing else to show them, and the kids will be wanting to have a night out. So you got that going for you. I mean, it's going to make some money, but
of course,
nothing. I mean. Again, I'm trying not to give away my spot. I already wrote my 4 down, but it's.
I haven't.
It ain't 1. It ain't 2. But I'm just saying it'll do okay.
So the Rashed Fingers, I don't know who that is, or Thrashed Fingers. Sorry.
Steven.
Says, "Ha, I'm 22 and I'm interested in it because I'm a gay little prissy boy." Okay.
Respect on that.
Yeah, that's fine.
I think he's being facetious, but okay.
I just think
Wait, he's
proud.
being a fascist? What?
Facetious.
Facetious. Yeah, he's being a facetious.
I can't put too much bass in my voice. So the other large release of the weekend is
Halloween.
Is Nobody's Fool.
This is Halloween.
With Tiffany Haddish. But that poster reminds me of like so many other fucking.
It's pretty generic.
That type of It looks like the Change Up poster. If you guys remember that with
or the breakup.
Oh, sure, that too. Just a color in the background and
very boring, generic.
Yeah.
But Tiffany Haddish,
she's been on a roll.
It's not going to make $50 million or anything, but Tiffany Haddish does well with comedy, and Tyler Perry, as much as his name is not on this movie, markets the fuck out of his movies.
Yeah.
Granted, I'm not in the
demographic.
Target demographic.
Mm-hmm.
I'm not getting that on my daily television shit.
Even in that demographic, isn't his like name and worthiness of whatever?
Yeah,
he's like slowly.
No, he makes money. Like he's good for a fucking surprise. 25 million Tyler Perry presents.
Right.
Paint on a wall movie. We're just like, what the fuck?
Yeah.
What was that one? Acrimony?
Oh yeah, we all none of us saw that one coming.
We didn't even know it was coming out. It's like, what the?
Yeah.
Guys, this is gonna be the 4th movie Tiffany Haddish was in this year.
Yeah, she's been.
I think it's the 3rd one in a month. She was in Night School. Oh.
Night School came out the end of September. Oh. The Oath came out mid-October, and now this is coming. So she's had one a month the last 3 months.
September, October,
November.
November. What are the numbers on Night School? Because that was Tiffany Haddish and Kevin Hart.
Opening 27, lifetime 71.
Not terrible.
No, that's decent for probably how much it cost to make.
What did it go up against?
Jeez, I don't remember.
Other movies.
I'm pulling it up right now. Smallfoot. What was new that week? Yeah, Smallfoot and Hellfest.
Yeah, that was a bad week.
Not much to compete with.
No.
All right, a little bit different this time around.
Yeah.
And the clock with the walls and Predator and all that stuff was up.
The clock with the Predator walls in it.
Yes,
Right.
That's a better movie right there.
It's better than both the Predator and the House of the Clock.
Fucking Predator.
Actually,
with the pocket watch in his walls.
I have a friend.
Uh-oh.
I know. Big shock. I have a friend.
Awesome.
He is a writer, and his stuff isn't necessarily getting made right now, but it's getting a lot of attention, and it's putting him in rooms with people that have worked on things that may or may not have confirmed that the Predator was the product of the studio giving him way too many notes. Like, I don't want to say anything too specific.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No,
like,
I get it.
Like,
I pick up
the
what
guy
you're
that
saying
worked
now.
on the movie in a prominent role kind of gave him a little bit of a lowdown.
Studios.
You know, sometimes they're right and shit needs to be changed. Sometimes.
Yeah, occasionally.
They had some notes for Star Wars.
Yeah.
Episode 4, I'm talking about.
Yeah.
Well, to be fair, the original cut of Star Wars was apparently unwatchable.
Yeah, have you seen that, how Star Wars was saved in the edit?
Yeah. But when that video kind of comes in and out of, I've seen it. It's really good. Yeah.
Yeah, it's just like, wow, that could have been a way different movie.
And I love how the only person named Lucas who won an Oscar on that is his wife that he divorced after that.
All right, guys. So we've been going 2 hours.
Let's
good
pick
show.
some things. I gotta go walk a dog here.
That's a euphemism if I ever heard one.
Yep.
I won last week from the confines of my hospital.
You're that good, bro.
You should be in the hospital more often. You do well there.
Yeah, they got take more pieces of my body, please.
He was drugged up. He threw names out there.
Yeah, I was just like, I don't know.
That sounds good. No.
So number 1, I'm gonna say Bohemian Rhapsody,
Brawl bold.
Yeah.
and I'm lost from here. I don't think. See, I want to say Halloween 2, but I don't.
Whatever your gut's telling you. Oh, I mean, it's gone.
It's gone. I don't have it.
Yeah.
You know what? Fuck it. I'm just gonna Nutcracker 2,
Locked in.
Halloween 3,
Woo.
and Nobody's Fool 4.
There you go.
Ah, okay. So there's going to be a changing of the guards this week.
Yeah, hold on.
I was close to you. Let's
know.
just never forget I was pretty close to Dino this week.
Yeah.
Well, we'll see how things go. You may pop ahead, but yeah.
You got to go next now because you had 2 points.
CP, sorry, let me have that one more time.
Bohemian, Nut,
Okay. Bohemian, Nut,
and Nobody.
Nut, and what was the third one?
Halloween.
Halloween, Nobody. All right, go ahead, Dino.
Okay. I got for number 1 Bohemian Rhapsody.
Oh, actually, I'm sorry, really quickly, because I'm me, Dino. I'm really sorry, but my phone auto-corrected Dino to Dinesh.
Did it really?
I'm really sorry about
You've
that.
been typing stuff too many times.
Okay.
I'm just like, I just feel bad that my phone associates the two of you, man.
No,
Like,
I mean, no, it's fine.
all right, let me have it, dude. Let me have it.
Okay, Bohemian Rhapsody, number 1. Number 2, I'm going Halloween.
Ooh.
And number 3 will be Nutcracker. And number 4, I got A Star Is Born.
Wow.
Yep, I think Nobody's Fool, I'm thinking, will be
All right, slow
a
down.
million or two underneath that. Go ahead, what?
Slow down for tiebreakers. We don't get into 5s yet.
Okay, oh, shoot, sorry. Well, I don't, oh, yeah, we could have a tie. Go ahead.
You're technically cheating, yeah.
Son of a bitch, sorry. Didn't mean it. Whoever's next.
Peter, you're ahead.
Okay, I'm gonna go Nutcracker.
Are you serious?
Serious? I'm serious. Bohemian Rhapsody. Nobody's Fool. Halloween.
Wow.
Yeah, there's going to be some shifting this week.
I'm just throwing it out there. I don't know.
It sucks when you can't really put your heart into it.
I'm not even thinking. I'm just like, I'm literally like, yeah, let's just go with the top 3 new ones, and then we'll throw Halloween at the end. So,
Peter, this was Lindsey and I for all of the last 3 months of last season. All right, Lindsey, go ahead. It's like, yeah, I don't think that this movie's going to do well, but I kind of just need it to.
yeah. Please do well.
Right?
for yourself and for me.
Oh man.
Sorry, just give me one quick second here.
Okay. We're not that far off, Dino. We're
No, right.
I tell you what, that Star is Born comes in fourth. Ugh. That's a runaway right there.
Yeah.
It's got. I'm shutting up. Whoop. Knee deep.
I'm just trying to decide how ballsy I want to be right now.
The reason
Peter
you're
has-
successful, darling, my overall charisma, of course.
I'm going Halloween in 1.
Ooh.
Are you serious?
Halloween in 1.
Wow,
Good
that is
pick,
ballsy.
Lindsey. Awesome choice.
So you think everything's gonna make less than, say, Halloween loses?
I agree
what?
with them. It might.
I think
happen.
Halloween's going to hold pretty well with the holiday and like just the hype that it's had and everything. And I think everything else, like kind of like what Dino said, it's going to be just right behind it.
Okay, cool.
I mean, I could be wrong.
We've been
Probably will be.
we've been messed with for the past few weeks here, so it's you know, wouldn't surprise me.
Who? You got to pick other ones there, Lindsey.
Nobody's fool.
Nobody's fool at 2.
Nobody's fool at 2.
Now you're just fucking around.
Wow.
You don't know. You don't know me.
You don't know me,
Hey,
CP.
wait until I do know. I know what you're picking for number 3.
What's that?
Kin.
I mean, obviously,
The
Kim's
fucking
free
guy
and-
picked the
bringing
nun
Axel
out
back.
of nowhere one time.
I did do that, didn't I?
Love
Number
it.
4. The Nun.
It's like, what?
Bohemian Rhapsody and then Nutcracker. Oh, actually, fuck it. Okay, no, Bohemian in 2nd, Nobody's Fool in 3, Nutcracker 4.
Okay. So we're all different.
Yeah,
Vastly different.
we are.
So.
Yeah, interesting week.
So I'm going to get no points for my birthday.
You never know.
That's my rock star impression.
Trying to see.
What's up?
Yeah.
So 3 and 4, nobody has the same pick. Halloween, Nutcracker, nobody. Oh wait, nope. Nobody. So 4. Everybody's 4s are different. Nobody, Star, Halloween, Nutcracker.
Mm-hmm.
And if that Star, like, what makes me angry about it, Dino, is
Yeah.
I don't think it's that crazy for Stars Born to hang around and be in 4th.
Yeah, it's pretty reasonable, actually.
Yeah, it's not out of
Yeah,
this
I mean
world.
it's been and I see Halloween dropping a bit, you know, Nutcracker pulling up, Bohemian, but it's still gonna be not, you know, big numbers, you know. So I don't know. And I
For the
see
record, I would. Or sorry, go ahead.
no, and I see that 5th. I do. For me, I see Nobody's Fool coming in just right under A Star Is Born, but very very close.
Mm-hmm.
So, for what it's worth. Go ahead, Peter.
Yeah, sorry. For the record, I hope Bohemian Rhapsody wins the weekend, but I don't
Seems
know.
good.
Like, I hope it does, but I just, there's a chance it may not. Nutcracker, like, you got the kid dollars, man, and yeah, I don't know.
Kid dollars.
Kid dollars, like, no, you're not gonna get kids going to see Bohemian Rhapsody, but you will get some adults going to see Nutcracker with their kids. So it's just, I don't know.
That's why I see
Yeah.
it just pulling in an average of 14, something like that. I don't know.
Ooh, Ava DuVernay is working on a Prince documentary for Netflix.
Ooh.
That sounds fun. I'm
She
down
was-
for that.
She's the lady that did.
Wrinkle in Time, but she also did
Yeah, Wrinkle
Salem,
in
which
Time.
I actually really like Salem.
I haven't seen Salem yet.
pretty good.
I wanted to.
It's
Isn't
an
it? No,
interesting look
Selma.
at Selma, not Salem. Yeah,
I'm
Salem.
like Salem. I'm like Salem.
Selma took a really interesting look at Dr. King, not
Yeah.
necessarily from like the heroics, but more of like a politics
man.
side of it, like the things that he had to do in order to, it's an interesting way to look at the guy. I liked
Yeah.
it.
All right. Does anybody have anything to plug before we shut this shit down?
And go drink some pink lemonade.
I was gonna say, I think we all get a plug.
I'll provide it. Yay.
Just make sure nothing comes out of it.
How long you need that in for there, CP?
I think until my stitches come out.
Holy shit. Okay.
I have to go back in 2 weeks, either or end, to have my I have a stint in my stomach, which apparently is supposed to dissolve.
Right.
They need to check that. They need to check my stitches, and this thing, I just got a fucking blood grenade hanging off my gut. What's annoying is I forget about it. I forget about it every now and again, and like I have nowhere to put it, so I put it to my side, and every now and again in my sleep I'll roll over and I'm pulling on something attached to my stomach, and I'm like, oh!
Oh God. Okay.
Yeah, it's. Don't
sorry,
eat green-colored burgers at Burger King, kids. There's the lesson.
Holy Moses.
Lesson learned.
So the thing that if you're watching, one of these days this week I'm gonna do, depending on how I feel, a catch-up video, a Q&A type thing, explaining why the channel name has changed, just updating everybody on the situation, and other things like that. So if you have something you would like me to answer, I guess put it down here or hit me up on Twitter or Facebook or what have you, and have your question answered. But that's it on Planet Willisgredia. And Emily's really getting close to being finished with her video, which her having to babysit my ass has been a bit of a
Bitch.
hankering. People were sending gift cards for food, like Burger King, Wendy's, and things like that.
Stop that.
Very, very much appreciated. The thing that pisses me off is that the Burger King one still had like $18 on it. We appreciate it. Just if you can send
Subway, you were saying, right?
Yeah, Subway or like Boston Market. I can't eat fatty foods right now. I mean, listen, Emily can, so we're not looking a gift horse in the mouth. She could just have a bacon triple fucking.
Fine.
Well, I just sit there and watch and say, man, that's got to be good. So there's that. Yeah.
Can I have your salad, please? How much grease is on the salad?
I'll just chew this napkin.
Yeah.
That's it. What about Dino? What do you got tomorrow?
I'm in some kind of transition, but things are going on. Yeah, so don't. Yeah, the late horror show, whatever. Yeah.
Whatever.
Upcoming. But I do apologize for the messed up beginning of the video, everybody who's watched to this point. But, what are you going to do?
We'll have
Again, I tried to make Peter's head smaller.
Don't worry, I got such a big ego. My head
Peter's
can't
head
be smaller
is so
than
big,
it
you
is.
just can't try to contain it.
I'm
so
that, though,
close
when
to the frame.
Something's supposed to work properly, and it
like
doesn't.
your fucking gallbladder.
Oh, and that,
Well, you're supposed to update the warranty on your gallbladder once every 6 years, and you didn't do that, and that's your, it's like, come on, man.
Dude, I forgot to reset it before I shut down.
Did you turn it off and on and try that?
Turn it off and on.
And you need to get the liability insurance, all right, dude? Come on, all right? Like,
Yeah. Didn't get that ad block.
Yeah.
What about you guys, Peter Lindsey?
Peter has officially lost 10 pounds in October, so that's what Peter's been doing and will continue to be doing. So
Congrats, man.
Peter's not making videos. Peter's hanging out with you guys on Monday nights and
Awesome.
walking his dog a lot. So yeah,
Cool.
that's where my time and effort's going into.
Sweet.
So
Congrats, man.
yeah, dude, seriously, that's awesome.
yeah, actually, it's been like since I lost 11 pounds in September and 10 pounds so far in October. So I'm melting away slowly.
Good, Lindsay, top that feel good story.
So I found 10 pounds in September, and I don't have anything too exciting going on for channel-wise right now. Nothing to really report.
Okay.
Dennis D'Souza hasn't made anything in a couple weeks, so
Yeah.
Exactly. Oh yeah, I finally got that video out. So if you guys want to see that, it's on my channel, American
that was
Propaganda.
we watched that as a
Great
family.
job, by the
Literally.
way.
My daughters were like, "Oh, Lindsay's video's out finally."
Mm-hmm.
I hope it didn't disappoint.
No, it was good.
No,
It was.
I wish
A little
the sound
short.
was better.
Should have been longer, man.
Yeah,
Maybe.
no, it was
Yeah,
good.
I don't know. There was so many different iterations of it. That was the one I settled on. And I had the whole thing like half edited at one point with a completely different background music going for it. But then I randomly heard that song on the radio, and it's like, oh god, I have to do Won't Be Fooled again. So I went through and re-edited. Yeah.
That's cool.
Thank you.
All right. Well,
For the record, I'm still fat. In case anyone's like, "Wow, that's great." He's like, no, it's just I'm
why
I'm
would
less
anybody
fat
think
than
that?
that I'm like clearly I got such a big head. They may be like, "Wow, it's just
That's
like
your
big head,
ego. We
small body
said this
now."
already.
Well, if you shave the beard, you'll lose 150 pounds in beard.
It's true, I will.
Or just get rid of your gallbladder.
My daughters will also kill me, but it's like so not gonna happen. But
Right,
yeah,
well.
so
that's it for this week. Next time we'll see you, it'll be in November.
yes.
So
I'll be a real boy.
say goodnight, everybody.
Good night,
Say
everybody.
I'm just a musical prostitute. My